Good morning. I'm Christopher Lloyd, and I'm standing here in the studios of Sirius XM Satellite Radio. It's a weekly morning, approximately 6 a.m., and this is the Openy and Anthony Show.
Never before has one radio show been so extreme. So vulgar.
I'll fucking shove my face up a chick's ass in a second.
Someone said we curse a lot, do we? I have no idea if we do.
So flatulent.
Who just farted?
I did, but I didn't know it started.
Rotten eggs and sewage.
Oh, wow, thank you.
I can't believe that us sitting around like this is actually a radio show. This is not going to get any better than this.
Are we on the air? Oh, we are? Oh, okay.
Quite simply, the greatest show in the history of broadcasting.
O&A every day, that's what I say.
You guys having a good time or what?
Rules are destroyed and conventions burned to the ground. Would you like to make some fucking circus? With Opie, the Destroyer.
I would eat Betty White's ass. She's 90, right?
It doesn't smell too bad.
Anthony, the Rage.
Holy fuck, how much more fair you want it? Tired of these people. Up my ass all the time trying to get me to help.
Fuck you.
And Jim Norton, lover of the transgender.
Every time a transsexual walks in the room, party horn should go off. Like, surprise!
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Strap in, dicks. This one's gonna hurt.
Double guns, bitch.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
And we're off.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
That's what they call it. It's the name they gave me.
What was that from again?
Fast Times.
Oh, right.
Jeff Spicoli, that's the name they gave me. Just came out of the bathroom and I just can't stop. Yeah, just came out of the closet. Just listening to the girls toss the ball around.
What do you mean?
They were on.
Oh, they were already on? The
Mashups on in
morning mashup style.
in the bathroom. It was just like, okay.
What were they talking about?
Kelly Clarkson's pregnant, or preggers, as
And the guys got to
Nicole said.
The guys got to make believe they give a fuck.
Exactly.
That's why we call them the girls, the gals, throwing the ball around.
Ladies just throwing it around, and then
Was there a joke after that?
no, it was like, good for her. You go, girl.
Because she looks like she's been pregnant for years.
I know.
That's the joke.
The excuse for her being fat.
Right. So finally she's got that excuse. Exactly.
Yeah, chub. And then, I don't know, they said something like Eminem, perhaps getting back together with his wife, Kim.
Do tell.
I hung out by the urinal for an extra shake or two just to hear what they were going to say about it.
Oh, man, I feel bad for those guys. I hope they're banking at least for whoring themselves out that way.
Oh, man.
The fuck? I would love to know what they would like to talk about because they don't want to talk about that nonsense.
Same thing here. Tits, pussy, then you go around the other side, the shit that comes out.
I see.
You know, all that good stuff that we like to carry on about.
Right.
Exactly. Wowie kazowie.
Oh, man, you said something. I was going to say something.
Oh, damn it.
That's how it usually works. You said something, then I was going to say something, and now I forgot what I was going to say.
And then it's 10 o'clock, and we did a show.
That's right. It was about pop culture, Eminem.
Oh.
I don't know.
Kelly Clarkson, Eminem, Preggers, Kim, wife back together again, the girls throwing it around. I don't know.
We were stupid enough to get off on the 36th floor, or we attempted to.
You did? You and Kenny?
Yes, and then we were met with plastic.
Oh, boy.
A wall of plastic.
I saw that.
Because they're putting their rocks down in the lobby.
Yes, all their new rock tile work.
Their slate. I think it's more of a slate.
It's kind of a thick slate.
It does look nice.
It looks a little cheap, to be honest with you.
Does it?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
It looks a little cheap. They cut some corners with their slate.
Same shit they're going for up on the 37th floor, right?
Yeah. So then we had to go up to 37 and
I did
see the slate work, and I guess that's what they're doing on this floor. I don't really see where it makes that much of a difference.
Exactly. I got off on
the 37th. And I know it
cost
cost a fucking fortune to put in.
I looked at the floor when I got off on the 37th, and I'm like, oh, this is what it's going to look like. And I just looked around like, oh, big shit.
And that's going to help the product. Why?
How? Why?
Well, that's where the money, they need the money, I guess. So we can't do our event because they need the money for stuff.
Didn't talk to Scott.
No, I didn't go down.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's kind of no need to. I mean, what's there to say? I mean, he's not going to make a decision like that
Right.
based on anything I say to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
We can't get our agent in town to fucking work on it because
I don't think we have an agent at this point.
it's just crazy.
He went rogue, I think.
Oh, he went rogue years ago. Not stupid. Comes in every once in a while to negotiate a little bit for us.
Yeah, that's it.
Average at best deal.
Yeah.
And then he goes away for a year or two.
Yeah.
And then he actually calls every once in a while to say hi. I don't want my agent calling to say hi.
Just checking in. How you doing?
When that phone rings, it means you're dealing with something. Oh, I'm just calling to say hi. Oh, that's good. It's because the whole fucking show is imploding.
Thanks. Thanks for the hi. The how do you do?
Hey, how you doing? I just wanted to call and say hi.
Doing good.
I don't even take hi phone calls from my own family. I'm not going to take it from my agent.
Phone calls.
Hi. How are you? How's things? Well, you should know how things are if you listen to the actual show that you represent.
Text me.
Huh?
That's how I feel about everybody. Just text me. That fucking phone rings. I like adrenaline shoots through my body. It's like, why isn't somebody just texting me?
Right.
Not a big phone call guy. No.
Time Warner
Doesn't happen.
sucks a dick.
Oh,
terrible,
my
dude.
God.
Let me tell you why. We've had problems with our cable system for a while now, and I finally said, all right, fuck, let's get a guy in here.
Uh-huh.
And then he comes rolling in to tell me that my cable boxes are really old. But I know I had a guy in recent memory that was in there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking to myself, shouldn't they be sending out some kind of literature or letter or phone call or text saying, hey, our records are showing you have really old boxes, so we got to, have a guy come in and update you?
You'd think that would be
How
nice.
would I know that they're old and that's why a lot of the shit was fucking up, including the DVR system?
That's the same note that they got in Martha Stewart's channel. Whole boxes. Get it? Old ladies.
Of course.
Bourdain had a great fucking tweet about Martha. There's the Long Island accent for everybody. Martha Stewart.
Oh, and Nancy Grace.
Yeah. What was the exact tweet? I want to fuck it up. Anthony Bourdain is a rock
They should
star.
combine Martha Stewart's
Pictures
food
of her food with Nancy Grace's hashtags.
Nancy Grace is...
What the hell happened?
What happened there? Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's a new one.
That's a new one.
Oh, that's good.
If you hit the console, the mics go out. That's interesting.
It's Brocken.
Oh, no, it's not Brocken.
So the guy comes to say, "Oh, wow, these boxes are really old." How the fuck should I know that?
Yeah.
It's not like they're 10 years old, 5 years old. They're maybe 2 years old is what I'm getting at.
And you're not up on the technology of cable boxes. Who is?
So then this company where my cable bill is well over $200 a month, and I'm not doing anything too crazy. I just got basic packages.
Yeah.
I don't even have the sports packages, to be honest with you. I'm paying over $200.
See.
So he's got boxes, and I go, "Oh, that's great. You're giving me new boxes." He goes, "Well, actually, no. These are old too."
Well, why?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
So I mean, if you're going to someone's house, or in my case, an apartment, wouldn't you have the latest boxes for at least that dickhead? Meaning me?
You'd think.
So he replaces the cable boxes with other cable boxes that are old.
Is it still rebooting?
Probably. Oh, it's ridiculously slow.
I can't
ridiculously
even deal.
slow.
And I
It's
got to tell you,
terrible, dude.
FiOS, when you reboot your FiOS box, which
Right.
you have to do once in a blue moon, as they say,
Right.
It's so fast. There's no reason that Time Warner Cable should take you upwards of 10 minutes to reboot the fucking box.
With Time Warner Cable, we give you old boxes.
You want an old box?
We got them in the truck. I'll be right back.
Travis.
But so they work.
Yeah.
But because they are also old boxes, it's just a matter of time before I have the exact same problem.
Exactly.
I've been told I had the same issue as you when we were we had some issue and we needed a new box.
Right.
They told me we only give new boxes to new customers.
Why? What about the customers that have been with you forever?
They don't
They're a
Shit, they already
terrible
got
fucking
you.
company. They're a terrible fucking company.
The worst
cutting
cable
corners, and they, it's going to be expensive to give everyone the new boxes, so they
Yeah.
roll them out slowly.
You get
So
like
basically,
a nice guy, you can like my guy ended up being nice, and he found someone who was in the area who had a new box on his truck and
my
You,
guy,
dude, you can get Fios in
my
your
guy
building.
looked
Oh.
fucking miserable.
Dude, you should. You will cream yourself if you get Fios.
I don't believe in fucking iPhones or a
Oh
Fios.
my God,
Sorry.
Fios is the best.
Sorry.
I love the fact
The
that I still get
best.
fucking
Sorry.
letters from Time Warner, and it's just nice just to throw them out
Yeah.
and go, what a garbage company.
Well, if you're gonna stay with Time Warner, then you should tell them that you're leaving. Say, yeah, come in, rip this shit out. I'm going to Fios, and they'll be like, new box, free service, 6 months.
All right.
They'll give you everything.
And then
I threatened to leave when the whole
Yeah.
CBS thing was going on. I have $50 off my bill every
Aw,
month. For the
that's
next year.
nice.
Yeah, see?
No intention.
And they'll bring you a new box, I bet.
And here's the other thing that Time Warner does. That's why I love that we have a radio show. So you have an appointment, right?
Yeah.
So they call you 4 days out.
Oh,
Then they call you 3 days out. Then they call you 2 days out, and you have to go through if you speak English, push 1. If you made an appointment, push 2. If your appointment is from blah, blah to blah, blah, push 1 again. If you are going to keep this appointment, push. So it takes you a few fucking minutes, which
Yeah.
is an eternity in that world, obviously.
yeah.
3 days out, 2 days out, 1 day out. 1 day out, they call you 2 or 3 times to make sure you're positive. And then day of, they're pretty much calling you every hour.
Yeah.
And it's not someone on the phone going, hi, we got a cable guy on the way. Just want
gotta
to let you
run
know.
through the automated
you got to run
menu,
through the
yeah.
automated fucking menu.
And you know what happens if
It's
you don't pick up your phone?
Wow.
On the day of?
They'll
cancel
They
you.
will cancel the fucking... Dude, I was in the bathroom and I missed a phone call.
Oh, no.
And I listened to the voicemail and
Right.
said, you've not picked up your phone. We've
But-
canceled your appointment. I called him right. I said, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, my God.
But how insecure are they? They have to
Oh, my
ask you a
God.
million times if they're if they're still needed.
That's so they could cancel you, so they could have less people
they're waiting
working and
for you to
send
not
out.
pick up that
Right.
phone.
when you
right.
came back, when you called back, did they just put you on?
They ended up, sending somebody over.
I think
but
they're a
it's-
terrible company.
They're the worst.
They're the
One of the
worst
worst.
company.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to leave them. It's just so
Yeah,
satisfying. Fios rules.
It's so much better.
However, you guys don't get the new relaunched New York One, which is now Time Warner Cable News.
Oh,
boy.
Relaunched what?
It's not New York One anymore.
New York One is
Time Warner
the
Cable
worst
News.
fucking channel on TV. It's horrendous.
worthless.
That's why it's gone.
And it's the
horrendous.
default channel that it goes to when the box boots or you turn it back on. So it's the first thing you see usually when you turn on the
And
TV.
you've got to figure out how to. You've got to go into like your settings to like make it, turn back on
something
from
else.
the last channel you were on. Because it'll
It-
default to just
I-
turning on to that channel.
Because I have a Time Warner cable at the compound west, and I can't get off that New York one fast enough.
'Cause it's so
I usually just hit the channel a few times before I even go to guide because I don't want to listen to New York one.
Just automatically go to two.
Yes, 2. Okay,
It's-
what it is?
They're monotone. They're ugly looking. Their clothes are old.
They got
Their
nothing.
graphics suck. You got some dude named Dean Meminger that just sits there awkwardly.
Dean Meminger.
You don't like the guy who hosts like the morning show?
Oh
Does
God, no! They're horrendous.
that, read the papers bit. That he
Oh
does?
God! I don't think I've ever seen that. To
He
be honest with
literally
you.
reads the papers.
Sounds great.
So
I don't watch
Whoever
it.
does the morning show on Time Warner
that's
Cable
great.
News.
I love a good paper reading. Enjoy
do
it.
ya?
I told Cablevision to go fuck themselves years ago and went to Fios, and it was fucking great.
I had a problem last night with the on-demand thing you recommended.
happened?
It was just a couple of times it stalled, like just stuttered.
Yeah.
And then I had to pause, then stop it and restart it, and then it was fine.
Yeah.
It's like that never happens with Fios.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was fine in 5 minutes.
All right. So
Yeah, we were watching
dealt with that shit
documentary
yesterday. What documentary were you watching?
that goddamn Blackfish, it's called, about the killer whales
Right.
at SeaWorld. when they focused on that Tillicum one.
Right.
That we did a bit on years ago.
Yeah, didn't he get fucked or something?
Some
guy put his penis in the blowhole.
I don't know if that was that or if the guy jumped in and the thing just killed him.
The guy, yeah, it looks like the guy.
But there was a story that came out that he. Thank you, Sam. He put his penis in the fucking blowhole because I remember the name of the whale, the killer whale, because like I said, the name always matches up with the story.
It did rip his genitals off, so I don't know if that was.
And they were saying that he probably was dressed when he went in, and the whale just ripped his clothes off, chewed him up, and then just was swimming around with the thing on its back, like he put it on its back, on his own back, and swam around.
Wanted to parade it around a little bit.
Yeah, like look what I did.
Don't fuck with me, humans.
This killer whale killed 3 fucking people.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, 3 people, injured others, and just like. And they just kept like a Catholic priest. They would just send it off to another park. It was insane.
Wow.
And the way they showed how they got it when it was a baby, they just herded these killer whales and their babies into these little coves,
right?
With using explosives and boats and airplanes and shit, and then just separated from the mother. And
there was the one part where they're chasing the whales in a boat.
Right.
And this is how smart whales are. They sensed that they were trying to get the babies, so the 3 of the adults led the boats on a fucking goose chase the other way, and then the mothers and the babies swam went off on this other direction, and so the boats followed the other whales. They outsmarted the boats.
Yeah.
But helicopters saw them when they or planes saw them when they came up for air. So then, of course, the boats backed up and went and got them.
And then they got that burly fisherman telling the story, and he's fucking like crying.
Yeah, how guilty he felt about it.
He felt so guilty as they're loading the baby into this.
Jesus!
Into this container, and the mother is just like crying, and the other whales are popping out of the water, like all making noises and talking to each other. And then he realized, he's like, oh my God, this is like a little community that's grieving.
Kidnapping a baby.
He said, I felt like it was kidnapping a baby.
Humans deserve everything they're going to get in the end.
Oh, it was
stink.
It was so bad. And I never thought,
stink.
Everyone thinks SeaWorld is pretty harmless. You know, you just you go down there, the whales jump around, but you assume that they're treated better than they would be treated in the ocean. You know?
Not?
No. They're supposed to be out in the fucking ocean swimming around, having like thousands of miles of fucking area to.
Well, stupid me, I thought all those killer whales and those exhibits, whatever, were ones they kind of saved and
right.
And it was like, look, we know if we put him back out in the ocean, he's going to be fucked. So that's why we have him. But we do treat him very nice in between shows and this and that. But
they were kidnapped. All of them were kidnapped.
Yeah, they try to portray it as this family unit also, and it's like, no, they have their families when they're in the wild. They're pods, they swim around in, and they have these distinct languages and movements that are indicative of these separate pods. And when you put them all together, it would be like if they just threw us in a small, tiny room with someone from like Japan, someone from Russia, someone from another, like all these countries where you can't communicate with each other, different cultures that no one understands.
You could say black people.
Well, of course, Africans.
You could say it. I know you wanted to say it. As soon as you go with Japan, I'm like, come on.
Japan.
Japan.
Japan. No, cultures that you don't understand and whatnot.
Well, when they took the baby there was a mother that had a baby in captivity.
Oh, yeah.
And then they were swimming together and the baby was getting a little rambunctious. So they took the baby to another...
Yeah, just took him to another park, separated it.
And they said the mother just was sitting there making these really weird grieving noises, and they brought in an expert to hear the noises.
It's lonely.
Right.
But that's what it was. They said that the mother was trying to look for the baby. It's just fucking... SeaWorld is a despicable place.
And they show how management is over there, and they got an excuse for everything. And then the trainers who, some of these people applied for a job as like, the guy that sweeps up SeaWorld and ends up a fucking trainer for the killer whales. And, I think they authentically appreciated the animals and wanted to do the right thing. But they were towing the company line with all the bullshit that they have to run through and say that are all lies about the health and welfare of these animals.
And they're saying that now. Like, I'm embarrassed that I said
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah.
I towed that company line. I can't believe I said that.
Yeah, they were showing clips of one of these women going like, and the whales love doing these behaviors. And she's like, I can't even watch this. It's embarrassing.
Right. So what's going to happen?
It looks like nothing.
Now that there's an awareness,
yeah,
that's
hopefully
getting
they'll
out.
close eventually. Eventually they'll close. Because you watch the people in the
A
audience.
lot of money.
You can't get mad at them because they don't know. They're just having fun. I mean, I never knew.
Right.
Most of the trainers go there, and then like one guy said he stayed because I felt worried about this whale. I was worried. I felt sorry for Tillicum. I didn't want to leave him. It's a despicable fucking thing, and it's really it's torture of these animals. They're torturing these fucking
I guarantee you,
smart animals.
A whole bunch of people want to call us out like, oh, you bunch of pussies.
Probably,
blah, blah.
yeah.
We're on the top of the food chain. They're here to entertain us. I was at a seal show. The Riverhead has an aquarium. This summer went there, and there was a little fucking seal show. The space that this seal had to work in was, I'm looking at the studio.
Can't be smaller than this studio.
Not much bigger than this was his
whole world,
his stage, and his whole world, because I don't know where the fucking thing went after it was on stage.
Yeah,
and there was at least three, maybe four seals in this tiny little place, and he's coming out of the fucking thing, and he's on his flippers and all that shit. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm not into this shit anymore, man. I don't like this at all. It just feels extremely cruel now.
I tweeted last night, I don't care about like a goat in a petting zoo. Fuck him. Take him by his dumb horns and flop him on the ground. Who gives a shit about a dumb goat?
No need to hate the goat.
I hate the goat.
Their noises are annoying.
No, Jimmy, I hate the goat.
Loving the whale doesn't by proxy make you have to hate the goat.
I hate it.
Just love one more.
But there is a genuine consciousness in these whales, like in their eyes, and
I'm sure with most animals.
It's just amazing. No, those lifeless, dumb goat eyes, they stare at you as they chew. Their jaw just goes sideways with their dumb,
There's people like
lifeless food eyes. Yes.
Number one meat in the world is goat.
Doesn't like a good goat fucking sandwich.
Never had.
I haven't either.
I went to the Bronx Zoo recently as well. And,
Yankee Stadium.
Well, this is the type of stuff you do with a little kid. And they do a much better job because they finally have given animals, it's been a while, I got to give them credit. They give the animals a lot of space now.
Yeah.
Because what happened with zoos, because we're all fat, fucking lazy Americans especially, that we want everything close and we don't want to walk too far to see a fucking giraffe.
Walk. Yeah.
You would have to go to Africa to see the giraffe. So they bring these animals, these exotic, amazing animals to you, and it's not good enough that you have to walk around to see them. That's why they were always in those tiny little cages and shit.
Yeah.
That was for our pleasure.
The company line on SeaWorld was that, you get these wonderful animals, and they should be seen by people and marveled at. And then you get the trainers that said, no. They're not supposed to be seen in that environment, in these giant tanks and stuff. So, if you want to see them, and you're lucky enough, you could take a fucking cruise where they're feeding or migrating and watch them in their natural habitat.
You said something there that's wrong, though. Giant, what did you say, cages or
tanks,
whatever. They're not giant, comparatively speaking. So
to where they have
at the very least, SeaWorld should try to figure out how they can make those things a lot fucking bigger. Maybe that would help a little bit. I don't know.
It's like a bathtub. It's like spending your life in a bathtub.
It's tiny to them.
Their environment is at least hundreds of miles. Like that's on a day. That's like walking around your living room and going to the bathroom and your kitchen. To them, that's hundreds of miles. And then if you want to just like go from your house to the store, to them, that's thousands of miles. They have so much space in their natural environment that you can't replicate that in some kind of tank.
Right.
It just can't be done.
The other thing about the Bronx Zoo is a final thought. So the old cages that they used to
use.
To
put them in cages.
I mean, it was one after another. Like you could see a lion, a monkey, panda, whatever the fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
And now they just grow plants in there.
Oh, really?
If you go to the Bronx Zoo, go check out the old
plants in cages. It's terrible.
I know those poor things. They like to roam around, go to the store.
But it's kind of like that urban exploring shit. They've left the old cages there, and they're being overgrown. But I think they're trying to, make it like it's important plants or trees or something fucking cool to look at. I don't know.
I think people care too. I don't think people are indifferent to it. Like when a whale gets beached or fucking beaches itself, people are sad about that and they run down and they try to help. Like I think if people know what's happening, 75 or 80% of people would be disgusted by it and not want to support it.
Because they live in water, you have this separation from them, and I think that has over the years made this where we feel we could just kind of put them in a tank and watch them. But you realize that they're even smarter than dogs. And we love our little dumb pets and shit like that. And they have that same emotion in their eyes and the same thought process, loyalties and feelings and shit. Yeah, it was pretty fucking sad.
Let's say hi to Jack in Pittsburgh, PA.
I like the way.
What's up, Jack?
Hey, I just started listening to your show a couple weeks ago when you guys came on. And I was wondering, did you guys ever see that one documentary you guys are talking about the killer whales? They had a show on there about killer whales against a great white shark, and they were showing how smart the whales are when they hunt. That they went over hunting manta rays and stuff like that, how they turn them upside down and they go numb. And they showed there's two female killer whales that go out off the coast of San Francisco, which used to be a huge great white shark area that's where they went. Now that these great white sharks don't come around, there's two females that go there specifically to eat shark liver. That's all they do. It's amazing. Like you guys made that comment about how whales, you think they're smarter than dogs. If you ever get a chance, just watch it on Netflix or whatever. I think it's on there. It's amazing how smart.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking smart. They showed last night also on that documentary with the seal, the sea lion that was on this little ice float.
Right.
And there were a bunch of killer whales around it, and they're poking their head up, looking at the sea lion, and like fucking taking little chunks off of the ice floe, and it's getting smaller and smaller for the sea lion. And then they had this coordinated move that they did, and they realized that they tried it with two killer whales. They line up next to each other, and they swim really fast toward the ice floe on the surface, and then duck right under the ice floe at the last minute. And this giant wave that they make washes on top of the ice floe and knocks the sea lion off the ice floe into the water.
Two didn't do it at first.
Two didn't do it. So, and I'm watching this going, they had to communicate to each other and go, all right, look, two ain't cutting it. You, come with us. We'll three of us do it. And three didn't quite work. So they got four. And the four of them are completely in unison. And this is out in the wild. No human fucking is doing little things with whistles and fucking hand signals. And they swam right next to each other, ducked down, and a giant wave just came out and washed them off. And some woman, you could tell they were videotaping the whole thing. And some woman is like, oh no. And what did the guy say? He goes, if you can't watch the bullfight, if you can't take it, don't watch the bullfight.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this is how they eat.
This is nature, lady.
It really made me very, very, made me very sad. They said, by the way, there's been no documented attacks of killer whales on people in the wild. None.
They've never hurt people.
They're very gentle. They don't fuck with you when you're out there. But it's when they're caged up like that, they probably just get vindictive and angry and sick of it.
Right. They get this personality of something that's been locked up. Right. Depressed, frustrated, mad,
irritable,
and they treat their
kind of like us in this small studio.
Right.
Yeah.
When they cage us up like this.
Where do you think this is coming from? You idiots down the hall.
They cage us up.
Right.
Hey, you guys put on a great show. I'm glad I got a hold of it.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, no, Jack from Pittsburgh.
Does SeaWorld have a Twitter? I don't know if they do. I imagine they might.
Right? I wonder what they're saying about this documentary.
They don't like it, and I think the big thing that's coming out of it is PETA doesn't want the fucking Shamu float balloon to be in the Thanksgiving Day parade, which now I thought, all right, whatever. I don't like these symbolic protests. I guess if it raises awareness, but I'd rather have people watch this documentary than go, hey, where'd the whale go for the balloon
I know what
whale?
their thinking is, though, and it's like, I'm the same way with them. Like, they annoy me on some level, and then there's a part of me that really likes them and really likes, like, Earth Liberation Front, because they don't hurt people, but they're just violent towards these, like, enough. They've tried the nice route. It doesn't work. and then they just kind of, and I know it's probably shitty of me to say, but I like the fucking fact that they use a little bit of violence against these companies.
You know what I think they should do? Take the whale balloon out, replace it with Shaq balloon.
Shaq balloon.
Shaq balloon.
It's more believable. The whale balloon, I mean.
Yeah.
People were studying Shaq balloon all day yesterday.
I was reading the wonderful
Shaq
tweets.
balloon.
That was, by the way, Blackfish is the documentary. It's on demand right now on
excellent, man.
Fios and stuff. It's really, really good. Yeah, I was reading the tweets about Shaq balloon.
Shaq
a lot
balloon.
of theories. A lot of theories, man.
Well, the latest, someone did study the tattoos, and there's no tattoos on floating Shaq. On floating Shaq. So that makes me believe it's Shaq balloon.
Uh-huh.
But now people are thinking it might be a combination of a couple things.
Yeah. A crane where they have a small little platform that he's laying on with the clothes like over it.
Right.
That's hence the flat ass on Shaq.
But he's not moving at all.
I know.
He would not be able to not move for that long period of time.
But they might have told him, look, Shaq, I saw your acting prowess in Shazam. What was it? Shazam. Right. Look, we need you to lay here still. And Shaq's like, okay, I'll lay here still. And then he just laid very still. I'd have done that.
No.
No?
They never showed his head because that's where the propeller
and they didn't show
was.
his head.
The propeller.
Shaq balloon propeller?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shaq balloon.
We've all been to hockey games where they have those indoor blimps.
Oh, yeah.
Just picture that, but it looks like Shaq.
Uh-huh.
So you got to hide the propeller thing. Why didn't they show his head the whole time?
I don't know.
I mean, you sort of saw it in the distance. Like the shot, like I said, his presentation stinks. That's the problem with Chris Angel. He should fire all his producers and stuff because the shot would be seeing Shaq's head.
Yeah.
But they filmed it where you're seeing almost the bottom of his shoes, his soles.
Of problems in the videoing.
So why aren't they showing his head? Know why? Because they don't have that shit figured out in the balloon technology. They can make it look like Shaq balloon,
Right.
but they don't have the detail in the face
Shaq's
yet.
face. It had to be helium too, if it's a balloon.
Of course.
So you can't just put a propeller on it; it would have floated away. So it's tethered. It has to be tethered at some point, or it would just keep floating away.
Oh yeah, they had some fucking fishing line on it.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination
No, the
of things.
propeller head thing's more. That's obviously a joke.
I know.
But look, so you would never do this shot.
But it looks like green screen on the when we get later. Remember you pointed out his shoe?
Did look like green screen.
The part where he's coming down looked like green screen.
But the first shot proves it's not green screen because you see the glare underneath them.
But I'm saying it could be a combination of things. Like I think the green screen at the end where you could see his foot was too weird. Like that might not be. That's a balloon.
That's a
looks
fucking
like Shaq
balloon
right there.
Look at
That
wobble.
looks like Shaq balloon.
The wobble fucks it up. That's Shaq balloon.
It's oscillating, is what it is. Like the whole body's going like whoa, just a slight
You
oscillation.
can see it moving.
Yes.
A crane, would be able to control that. And they don't show his head. If they're actually using Shaq, they would show his head. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Where does it look like green screen? Right, like see then the
right when
next
they start
shot,
bringing him
the next
down.
shot in front of the garage, like right around
there.
here.
That looks
like
green screened.
That looks like green screen.
It did.
Possibly,
It probably is because he's too close to do the balloon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because at that point they want it to be more believable, so they're like, okay, we'll green screen Shaq in here.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up on the fact that this is a fucking balloon.
I absolutely think Shaq balloon was
Shaq
used.
balloon.
Oh, God. This was so funny. So many people watched this yesterday and commented on it on
But then
Twitter.
someone said there's no, here, go back to the roof shot.
Okay.
There's no shadows on the roof. But now I got to figure out where the sun
you
is.
got to figure out where the sun is.
But we could do that.
Yeah. Somebody pointed out that other trick where he pulls those people in half.
Right.
You could see the shadows change so much over time that you could tell that was hours and hours of filming.
That's what happened when I saw Copperfield.
Yeah.
He had some beach illusion, and I forgot now. Someone buried in a hole or something. And the palm
States on Rape Island.
and the palm tree shadow with the big reveal.
Yeah.
The palm tree shadow went from, I'm visual here, from this to over here,
yeah.
which means a lot of time passed by.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why wouldn't you understand that part of it?
Right.
You either got to, film it fast, or you got to come back on another sunny day.
Shaq balloon.
Shaq balloon rules.
Stupid
Why would
Flavor
you show
Flav.
Flav's? If there's a man floating in the air due to magic,
Right.
why are you cutting to Flavor Flav?
Wouldn't you just have the floating guy?
Yeah.
Right.
Wouldn't news cameras be there and
Oh,
not
you'd
looking at
think.
Flavor Flav?
You would think.
Look, the guy from Public Enemy. Let's get him on film.
See, the
It's silly.
The
I don't
shots.
think
The shots
Yeah.
where you could see the sun glare on his back, that's the balloon, obviously.
But here it gets too close.
See, all that, that could be green screen.
It looks like green screen right there.
Right there, it looks like.
And beyond, go back one half an inch, Sam.
And that's the first time they actually show a lot more of his head.
Wait, no, go back a little bit more before when he first coming down. Watch. Well, you'll see that they're going to cut right there. That looks like green screen.
Hold on, man. I see something with his arms now.
That
Too.
looks like
His
green
arms
screen.
are different right there. They're more folded.
Yeah.
Go back. There's a 90-degree angle on his. You have to go.
That's green screen.
Yeah, no, that's the. Yeah.
Oh boy.
See, his arms aren't as folded.
Yeah.
The wobble of the balloon.
The wobble is great.
When it's just over the roof.
Oh, there.
That's
look at that
wobbling
one.
too.
That was a good wobble.
That's Shaq balloon. That's Shaq balloon because you see the glare underneath. And now there's no glare anymore, and now there's. Yeah. That's the glare again.
God, come on.
Why can't you just put a camera, why would they have a bunch of camera angles? The floating man of magic is more impressive than the camera work.
Yes.
And they show the lady clapping.
Yeah, well.
Stupid.
And then he gently lets Shaq's head down
on the ground, even though it wasn't in that position the entire time.
Everyone's like, oh, my God.
Fucking Shaq balloon.
I guess this wasn't meant to be put under the same scrutiny as the Zapruder film. It was just a dumb one-off trick.
I know, we're just picking it apart
We're
every
shocked
frame.
that it's not real magic. We're secretly disappointed.
Nah, it's more than fucking. And his presentation, he's lazy.
He's terrible.
He's fucking lazy.
Terrible.
And dubbed him possibly the worst magician of all time.
Of all time.
Well, he makes a lot of money.
Because it's not a magician if you're doing stuff in front of people that are paid to be like, ooh, ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Rob Ford say last night? He said something new. The fuck was this?
Rob Ford.
Someone Twittered, the SEALs watch Blackfish and cheer. It's all relative.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Jody in Canada. Jody.
How's it going, boys?
Oh, you again.
It's girl name.
Hi, Jody.
Hi, guys.
Welcome aboard.
God, I get excited. I think we have a lot of Canadian listeners. It's the same fucking guy.
Yeah.
We have one fucking listener in Canada. His name's Jody.
You know what? You guys thought your main fucking thing was in Montreal and Toronto. I'm in the boonies in northern Canada. Imagine that.
I don't want to.
Welcome to the show.
Is there snow on the ground?
Tundra?
There's fucking tons of snow on the ground. It was minus 32 degrees Celsius here.
Why would you live?
What's minus 32 Celsius? I don't want to do the math.
Is it zero?
No, it's the other way around. 32 here.
What is that in Fahrenheit about?
That's fucking
cold. That is fucking cold, is what it is.
Yeah.
It is fucking cold.
I would say it's minus
10. I'm gonna go with.
A girl I know I was talking to, she got snowed in Canada already. She couldn't go to work because she was snowed in.
Wow.
Who's there?
Huh?
It's like zero.
It is zero. Jimmy was right.
No. Oh,
No.
yeah, I was right. I just did 32. I just did math.
32 degrees Fahrenheit is 0 degrees Celsius.
Right.
But 32,
It's not a
minus 32 degrees Celsius is not 0 degrees
Can you just
Fahrenheit.
add 32?
No.
What the fuck?
Why
No,
Celsius?
it's a lot colder.
Wait, it's a lot colder than zero?
It's on a sliding scale of 0 is freezing and 100 is boiling. And that's Celsius. So everything in between is relative between that.
Stupid.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
Was Fahrenheit dumber?
Well, some people think like if you
Jody
work
goes,
off the
"It
metric, if you work off the metric system, it seems to be that the system we use is dumber than their system. Their system
They
makes
love
more
tens,
sense.
bunch of OCD.
They do love tens.
10 hundreds boiling. What's boiling in our system?
8 million degrees.
Oh, I would have thought it was different.
Well, it depends on the altitude, but boiling is about.
You know that.
What
I
is
don't know.
Yeah, it's colder.
Why?
than-
You're right. Why
It's
know
cold
that?
as fuck,
It's
right?
colder than zero. It's approximately cold as fuck.
Cold as fuck.
We got it as cold as fuck on our chart.
Yes.
How much snow you got on the ground, Jody?
Right now, there's probably about 8 inches on the ground here.
Jesus, unbelievable.
And that's been, like, it snowed here a month ago. Like, when was that?
A month ago.
I know. I had that shit in Buffalo where it snows and it never goes away until spring. I can't even imagine north of Buffalo what happens.
Other planet cold. That's like other planet cold.
It's unbelievable, actually.
If we sent a probe to another planet and they recorded a temperature as cold as this guy's saying, we'd be like, oh, that you can't live there.
When you walk on it, it's strange because it's so fucking cold.
Yeah.
We get like
sound doesn't travel the same way. It sounds different when it's cold out. It's just weird.
Oh yeah, it does.
It's like an alien fucking world.
It's almost the same feeling as fingernails on a chalkboard when you walk, because it's like, I can't explain it, but you get that squishy, and it bothers your ears sometimes.
Yeah.
Plus, you have a little hat on. It's all you can filter through a little hat over your little ears.
I can't stand the people that go, I can't wait. Nice brisk. I like a brisk morning. You get up and breathe in that cold air. Ugh.
You don't like brisk?
No, I hate it.
I would go through a pair of long johns every fucking season.
Yeah?
Yeah, and the back would be blown out from just farting.
Jesus Christ.
Your farts. And I was poor, so I only had one pair that I wore every fucking day.
They'd give you one pair a year, or same pair a couple of years?
One fucking pair.
Do you wear them? I haven't worn long johns in 20 years.
No, not since leaving Western New York. Every once in a while in New York, I'll throw them on, but very rare. Jody, what do you got anyway?
It's Chris Angel bit. There's one fucking... he's doing this fucking... one of his dumb fucking tricks, but he's going to get rolled over by a steamroller. And he's on the fucking concrete, and you can plainly see that there's a fucking...
A fucking what? A fucking what fucking?
There's a fucking pieces of fucking concrete of the road where it's like 4 feet by 7 feet, exactly where he lives. So it's like, it grows over him, but you can plainly tell it's been a fucking mattress there or something.
Oh, come on. Let me see.
All right, I got it.
All right, we might have a new one.
Chris Angel Steamroller.
Could I get a chipper? Fuck yeah.
What's that?
Could I get a chipper?
I didn't hear what you said, Jody. What are you, a girl or something?
Thank you, Jody.
Whatever. Oh, yeah.
Well, what is that?
It's people.
It's a steamroller. He's putting melons
All right.
and other things in the shape of a
The
person.
magic fruit man.
In some strange way, this is either not here, or maybe it's styrofoam. Yeah, this is solid, as solid as you can get. Watch out.
Now he's going to run over this
Need I say more? Go
human
ahead.
that they built shaped out of melons and other things.
So
it's like a little demonstration that it's a steamroller
over the fruit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit. Yeah, okay, we get it.
Imagine that was your foot.
That is fun to watch a steamroller run shit over.
Yes, it's
So I
great.
think we've illustrated the point that this is real. What you see is what you get.
What you see is...
It was comical seeing, the fruit salad that was made.
Yeah.
It also was a reminder that, seriously, if something goes wrong...
No, shut up.
That's right. You get fucking fruit juice on you.
Camera. We need a volunteer, right, to do this?
Oh, yeah, a volunteer to video the whole thing. So they give a plant a camera.
Plants can't use cameras.
Well, you know what I mean. Someone that's planted in the audience.
And you know how to use this? You can
Yeah, I do it every time we do this dumb trick. That's how to use it, Chris.
Today, man?
Colt Offshore.
All right, we have Colt over here.
Why does Colt look at he can be his nephew?
Yeah.
It's up, but I want you to see that we smashed a bunch of glass.
Oh,
which you
God,
can see.
all right.
Don't see This is real. You can touch it very gently, but it's real, am I right? Yeah. Honestly,
yeah.
this will cut you.
Why do they do it that way?
That's glass he's going to walk in. Stop it, Chris.
The question is, how is he going to endure that?
Mind-free consultant.
What is a
Banachek?
Flatten you.
What does that mean?
I don't know. All right, now he's walking on the glass.
In the demonstration of the mind, body, and spirit.
Put your shoes on.
I need to get myself to a place, a meditative state, where I'm completely in control of every part of my body.
Yeah, is that what's going on?
Harmoniously
Over
together
dramatic
to
horse
accomplish
shit.
my goal.
Now, if he's going to lay on this glass,
Walking on it.
and he's going to walk on it first, I guess.
Yeah, but there's not even a lot of glass
Can you
down
see that
there.
glass? That glass is what it is. It's broken bottles. It's not fake glass. It's glass that
No, but he has
people
something
have examined.
underneath the glass that makes it look like there's more glass.
Yeah. And is he going to lay on that? Because that is like a trap door or...
There's a lot of other junk on there.
You also don't need to...
Obviously, the stuff he's going to walk on isn't going to be the glass part. There's glass. You see the glasses just
around the
here and there.
You also don't need to make it worse if you're going to be run over by a steamroller.
Yeah, who
it
cares
doesn't
about
matter what
walking
you're
on
laying
glass?
on.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's not only is it being steamrolled, but there's glass.
See all the big pieces of glass are on the outside, so the spectators think the whole thing is glass. But in the middle, it's the glass is crushed way down, and it looks like there's other shit in there. Oh, Christ.
You just curl his toe to pick that up.
Yeah, but he's gonna... Why are they... I don't know why he's on glass if he's going to lay on it and the steamroller's going to crush him.
Yeah. All right, enough with this dumb glass walking.
Yeah, let's fast forward a little bit.
Look, he almost stepped on that one.
Okay, now he's laying on the glass now.
Going to lay down on glass and say, run a steamroller over him.
Another mind freak consultant.
Johnny Thompson.
He's got two mind freak
Place
consultants.
blankets on the steamroller to
Just
prevent
people in his
any
family that need a
potential
paycheck.
debris from spraying the audience.
Come on. All right.
Wait, what happened?
Pause.
Here's the production designer. This is the guy that should be fired right here.
What they did to the rear of the big roller.
Right.
They put these sheets over it.
Right.
As they said, to prevent debris from spraying at the audience.
What?
Meanwhile, that is where you are going to either see or not see him crushed out the backside of the steamroller thing.
Right.
So
what a hunk of shit.
What a dumb trick, because the whole thing of this trick is you have to buy the fact that they put those blankets up to protect the audience.
But no one would believe that.
No.
That's what I'm talking about with his presentation. It's the worst.
Stinks.
The trick itself, all right, clever, whatever.
Oh, no.
But he's lazy, unlike Penn and Teller that spend years trying to figure out. They would never accept a sheet or a blanket on the side of a steamroller. They would go, look, no one's going to believe that, so let's go back to our factory.
Figure out how
we got to
can
figure
do it.
this shit out better.
I figured out one of their tricks.
Penn and Teller?
The bullet one, like he gets shot and he catches it in his mouth.
Yeah.
I figured that what happens is the gun is shot, and then Penn steps out of the way and ducks. The bullet passes over his head. He runs to the back, gets a fake bullet, puts it in, and then stands up all in the blink of an eye.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I got to see that
He's
again.
very speedy.
All right, let's see this
All right,
steamroller
he's,
bit. Put this on our Facebook page, E-Rod.
All right, he did the glass walking. Now he's laying on the glass.
Where are the sheets now? On the side?
On the side of the steamroller wheels.
The people are so far away.
Well, they're there to protect the audience because, when a steamroller rolls shit over, it flies out the side of the wheels.
But why sheets? Why wouldn't you put like those things that a fucking tractor trailer uses, mud flaps?
How about
what I'm saying.
plexiglass?
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
So people can see still.
That's what I'm saying.
He's so full of
It's so
shite.
hack.
Plexiglass.
It's hacky.
And the steamroller, And the stuff it's crushing is a lot narrower than the steamroller.
Half full.
So it would be impossible for it to shoot out the sides. Oh, Christ.
It's man versus machine.
Man versus machine, is this?
Look out.
To prevent any potential
Why don't they just show
debris
the same
from
camera?
spraying the audience.
Look, that's so
The
stupid.
steamroller is 19,650 pounds.
That can crush bone like that.
He's so dramatic.
So you want to go home going, how the fuck did he do this? But right away you would go, that was stupid that they put the sheets on the side of the steamroller.
The steamroller is slowly rolling
There's no
over the
debris
glass.
flying out.
Of course not. It's
None.
going a half a mile an hour.
Oh my God, this is mind freak.
So why don't they just leave the camera right there rolling over him?
Yeah, but they won't. All right, let's see. He's
changing the
being run
camera.
over by. Oh my God. Oh,
You can see he's under the...
Yeah,
You can see that he's under.
Oh no, Chris Angel.
Look, he's under.
You can see there's like he's in a divot.
However,
come on. He's screaming.
I'm embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. You can see he's in a hole.
He's in a hole. He's like standing up in a hole.
He's at me.
Get it off me.
oh, it didn't go over his face.
Of course not.
No. Oh, now how come they didn't show a roll off of him?
Why isn't he damaged?
And why did he have to move off of where he was?
Wow.
Plus, I'll say this for him.
Yeah.
Even though it's obviously we saw what he just did, the fact that you let a steamroller kind of crush you.
Well, no, I mean,
if something goes wrong, he's in deep trouble. That was a ballsy.
But that's why his guys are like, okay, a little slower. He's getting into his little hole.
Yeah.
And they know then he knows how far he could go in the hole, and they know how far they could move the steamroller before it would actually start doing damage.
Yeah, the minute the wheel touches his heel, he's like, no, second wheel. Stop it.
Don't do it. Now I know why the sheet's there, because he said the sheet is for the debris, but the sheet isn't even covering up the whole fucking roller part. It's only covering the back part of the roller part, because that's where the hole would be. You would see the hole at that point.
Yeah.
God!
Yeah, what about the debris that flies out the front?
That doesn't matter.
It's all right.
You know how people always say, I want a magician to tell me his tricks? And now we see how they do it. We just get mad at the magician.
Get mad.
We get mad at the magic man.
Yes, the magic.
My point is really simple. You want to go home and go, how the fuck? And you really want to think about it for a while. You don't want to figure it out immediately.
You know what I think? Steamroller balloon.
Steamroller.
It's not a real steamroller.
Right.
It's a balloon.
Nice.
It only weighs like a few ounces.
And why would you have to put glass and stuff down on like a blanket or a sheet? You're on
to camouflage the fact that it's a spring-loaded board that goes down.
Right.
Yeah.
But Penn would never allow that, because he would go, oh, they're gonna be suspicious because they see that we're putting broken glass on a sheet in the middle of a road.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that.
Why would you put it on a sheet? Why not just throw it on the street?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But these are all the things that are dead giveaways that make it a lot easier to figure out.
That's what it is.
Oh, God.
He stinks. The worst magician.
And then he says the sheet's there so the glass doesn't hit the audience, but the steamroller's barely moving. So there's not enough fucking energy and force to make it go flying out the sides.
They had to come up with something.
Plus it's narrow, so you know there's not even a chance that would ever happen.
No.
And then he doesn't even cover half the wheel after saying that's why he's covering the wheel.
Yeah.
Wheel, the fucking roller, whatever.
His presentation is just awful. And you have to believe the setup before you can believe the trick, you know?
Right.
You know it's a trick, but you got to really believe the setup. They can't just throw things in. It's like, I'm going to do this trick. I'm going to make a car disappear. Wow, that's a cool fucking trick. Yeah, I'm going to put the car up on this giant box.
Right.
All right, why are you doing that? Like instantly you're like, well, why would you do that?
Right.
I don't know, because we need something to put the car in.
Right.
Like you got to buy the whole premise.
Right.
Yeah, like when you
that's more than half the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
You have to work hard to figure out what people aren't going to be suspicious
right
by.
What they're not going to be suspicious of.
You know when you hear about the steamroller trick,
yeah,
that there's an easy way to do it, and you're like, yeah, but I want to see the way Chris Angel's going to do it to make me think, whoa, what if he's he just did it the easy way.
Oh, he did the easy way.
Oh,
yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Aha.
Yeah.
Aha.
Well, once again, we.
It's not as great as Shaq Balloon, but
I love Shaq Balloon.
Shaq Balloon is the greatest trick ever done in magic.
That could be.
Shaq Balloon rules.
Fuck Houdini and his goddamn milk can of water.
And it's all.
I like the Shaq Balloon.
It's all because Carrot Top's Shaq Balloon joke didn't work.
Right.
Oh, no, why Carrot Top is there?
Oh, yeah, because he supplied the balloons.
That's why I love the Twitter. That's his house.
It's Carrot Top's house.
Was that his house?
Yeah, because somebody recognized one of his cars.
Okay.
In the garage, or one of the shots, I guess, shows a really nice car, and I guess Carrot Top, is known for having that particular car.
And Shaq just comes over and plays ball?
Fuck, Shaq just came over, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a nice house in Vegas to have. Fucking. It's a cool life, man.
But how awkward is it when the truck pulls up and they pull Shaq balloon out of the back?
It's like, all right.
Chris goes, well, this is how we're going to do it.
Here's the pump.
Oh, God.
Right.
Yeah. Or you're at the gas station. Right. You're at the fucking gas station. You pull out Shaq balloon. It's like, oh, yeah, put a quarter in. I need another quarter. Old school.
That's a damn funny impression of an air machine. I just would have went whoosh.
Someone also said about Shaq balloon that one of the feet, a foot is not inflated properly.
Oh no!
He said if you look closely, you can tell.
How embarrassing.
Could you go back to Shaq balloon? I gotta see if this is true.
Again, let's look at Shaq balloon.
Look, I just laughed out loud when I read the tweet yesterday, but I didn't go back there to see if this was the truth. But let's see. You know what?
Foot's his ankle's a little hangy. It's hanging.
It is hangy. It looks a little flat. The left foot. Go to the video.
You know, people are going to think Shaq balloon's me. I don't want to look stupid. Shaq balloon.
It's not. Why? He doesn't have it as Shaq balloon on his website there, Sam?
I don't know. Yeah.
That would ruin the whole trick, wouldn't it? Imagine, like, he names his tricks, everything that just exposes it.
Right.
Shaq balloon.
Hole in the parking lot.
Hole. Steamroller over hole.
What a lazy fuck.
He's awful.
All right, let's see. For the last time, unless we find something else.
Of course.
Look at the feet. See if one is...
Well, it's talking sneakers.
Plus, Carrot Top has a nice fence around his house, which is a big,
big wall. Got a big stone wall.
Yeah.
Come with me. And there's obviously a crane there somewhere taking these pictures. Or
a good point.
Right. Whoa.
That's a big-ass Carrot Top house.
Whoa. Look out, Shaq balloon's coming down. Shaq balloon. I love Shaq balloon. I want one.
That's still Shaq balloon.
Yeah.
And then I think Jimmy's right. I think there's a switcheroo right here. Either a crane or a green screen. Because now you can see Shaq's complete profile. For the first time, by the way.
Yeah.
And then gently putting his head on the driveway.
His magic is camera tricks and editing. That's not an illusion. Anyone could do that.
No.
My brother used to make us disappear with his 8mm Kodak camera.
Oh, that
wow,
shit's cool.
He's just like Chris Angel. Stop already.
Right. What's going on?
Chris Angel. Believe. Oh, you must believe.
What's going on? I'm showing Sam a picture of my cock. He
Nice.
has to see it, but he wants it without my sweat.
Oh.
It's much bigger than I thought.
Exactly.
It's all forced perspective.
Oh.
I'm laying in the background is the Empire State Building.
This is what a great story. A big plane, this giant cargo 747.
Massive.
It's huge. It's made for cargo. It's got an extended cabin. Cockpit. Cabin. It's giant.
Right.
Wow. And it landed at the wrong airport.
Right.
And the airport it landed at is too small for it to take off from now.
Come on.
So it's stuck there.
What are they going to do?
It doesn't have a long enough runway to take off.
Why did it land?
I don't know. It said landed at wrong airport.
But how was it able to land if this runway is too small?
You could land at a shorter runway than you could take off from.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah. So he fucking lands at the wrong airport. Now they can't take off.
So what the fuck are they going to do?
I don't know. That's
make the runway longer so that they can get their plane back. It might be worth their while.
Yeah, they might have to extend the runway.
If they can, though, who knows if there's a neighborhood or there's zoning laws that you can't.
How much does that plane cost? Something like
my
that.
God,
dude, that's a $50,000.
$50,000 you
Jimmy,
have to fucking eat.
It's not that expensive.
And how about the emergency fucking slide that deployed mid-flight on a plane?
Oh, that's a good one too.
Inside the cabin.
What if they got Chris Angel to levitate the plane?
Oh my God!
To a different airport.
How about
balloon plane?
Airplane balloon. Airplane balloon.
Airplane balloon.
Yeah, just get Chris Angel there to levitate that shit.
Yeah, airplane balloon.
Nice. What do you mean it opened in the cabin? Did it crush people?
No. The emergency slide is part of the door, I guess. It opened inside. Maybe you look it up. I saw.
That must have been huge.
It must have been very scary that there was
think that scared the shit out of some people?
Anything. I was watching a show where
JetBlue, their planes are starting to get a little old.
They've had a few problems.
I remember when they first hit. You liked being on a JetBlue flight because everything was brandy new.
Yeah, there was another show last night on an airplane, a couple of airplanes. The top of the fuselage just opened up. Bam!
The roof?
Yeah, and people were sitting there and they could see daylight, and they heard like this hard whooshing sound of air going by, and
they landed.
That was that. Yeah, they landed.
Wow.
In
airline?
both cases.
I mean, this is not the
Southwest,
famous.
I think.
Okay.
I think it was Southwest.
Oh boy, better get that right.
And it was metal fatigue. They said metal fatigue. But the plane wasn't even supposed to be inspected yet for overall metal fatigue. But it was one of these short hop planes, so it has to pressurize and depressurize a lot more often than a plane that flies a longer period of time.
It's also like, I think if you're standing up, you're in danger of being sucked out. But if you're strapped in on your seatbelt, once the initial suction is gone, it's just, you're probably not going to get sucked out, right?
It's got to be scary, though. Yeah. Once the pressure equalizes, then there's no danger you getting sucked out. But when the cabin's pressurized and then a hole rips in, all that pressurized air has got to get out of the plane, and the pilot has to put the plane in a nosedive and try to get down to breathable air for the passengers. Those masks only last so long.
Are there any pictures or anything from inside the cabin?
There was video. There was actually video of the people. Yeah, they showed the roof. It was a few years ago, so it wasn't good video.
Was it United? It might have been. I remember there was a small hole in the roof.
No, this was. I'm pretty sure it was Southwest.
Why don't we find the video? We'll play it after the break.
Yeah, we'll
How about this?
All right?
Find the video. The boss wants it.
We're gonna do that, hopefully.
Oh shit!
Find it.
No, Aloha Air was the other one where the entire sides and top came off of a plane. And there are people sitting there like they're in a convertible airplane.
A woman got sucked out. A flight attendant was sucked out at 30,000 feet.
That's the one right there, yeah.
Oh,
imagine having to sit there, strapped in, and land.
Wait.
Hey, as long as you land. As long as you fucking land. Roof ripped off airplane.
Yeah, that's a few.
That's it, right?
That's Hawaiian Air, I think.
Oh, wow.
That was a different one. This one, it just made a split in the. That was one right there, Southwest.
After everything gets ripped apart, would you still go to the bathroom?
Yeah, you get up. It's.
What if you have I'd go right there in my pants, right there, pissing shit like everybody else in the cabin.
Having a window seat that day had to suck.
Dude, they're sitting right there, looking at the sky.
That's gotta be creepy.
That is wild.
Yeah, that's one. There's a picture of the hole in the top of the plane.
Oh, maybe. Well, yeah. I guess maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Crazy.
Right. Yeah. If you go to the bottom left picture, Sam. That was the.
Look, right there. Imagine that. It's like, oh, there's a hole in the plane, and it apparently is so loud. That air fucking going by a hole in your plane is loud.
You think it's a bit of a whistle?
Yeah,
I would have stuck my
a really loud whistle.
Chip. No, you wouldn't have.
All right, we're gonna take a break.
Yeah.
Other things to do.
Thanks.
The Openy Anthony Show continues.
All right, everyone. We're back. Ed's blowing out his nose. Let's see.
Wow. Is he in that car or is that?
There's someone in there, yeah.
What happened?
209 mile an hour wipeout.
Oh, my God. There's your video of the day.
That
What's the details on that? Speed tester crashes car at 209 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's driving pretty goddamn fast.
You're welcome.
The only video I saw of it, it was that, and then they showed it come to a stop, and you did see some movement in there. So
Is he alive?
I guess so. That thing, it started getting a little squirrely on him. It went sideways.
Right.
And then it gets lifted up into the air a little bit, and it's so, like, smooth and graceful. And then it hits the ground. And
that's it.
It can't spin any faster than it was spinning.
So, A-Rod. A lot of people talking about the A-Rod.
I'm actually agreeing with him on
A-Rod.
this completely. I hate Bud Selig.
Bud Selig is actually making people sympathetic toward A-Rod, which is an impossibility. People hate him.
Yeah, mostly they hate him.
Bud Selig is a complete cunt.
So, but A-Rod's right. He is being
they're doing
singled
some
out.
arbitration hearings, and A-Rod finds out that Bud Selig is not in New York and will not be testifying. So A-Rod's like, fuck this shit.
Mm-hmm. You better testify.
And he walks out, and then he goes right to Mike Francesa. What a big get for Mike Francesa yesterday.
Yeah.
And then he was all emotional on Mike's show yesterday, angry, almost crying at times.
You think Mike Francesa's version of Roland came in and said, You want A-Rod?
Yes,
you want A-Rod? He wants to come on.
So we got just a couple highlights from A-Rod on Mike Francesa's show.
The total surprise call, right? Like he just called in.
Call. He walked in the studio.
Oh, he's in studio.
He said, fuck this. Get me to the goddamn fan. He walked right out and went right on the fan with Mike Francesa.
Did Mike put him on or did he make him wait?
He made him wait.
Wait, I'm busy.
He was busy dealing with prank calls and making believe they don't get to him.
I spilt my Diet Coke. I'm gay.
Okay. A-Rod explains walking out of his hearing.
A-Rod, tell me what happened today. Well, we got a ruling that the commissioner does not have to come in from Milwaukee. And it was very disappointing. Obviously, I've been there for 10 or 12 days, whatever's been there for every pitch. I have my girls back home in Miami, and, it's been difficult. But, respecting the process, having been offered to come in a million shows, haven't done anything. It's just been really just taking it one day at a time and respecting the process. And today, I lost my mind.
Wow. He lost his mind. They're kind of singling him out. I mean,
Absolutely.
Let's be honest here.
I'm starting to really feel, even though he's not a great guy.
But you got to ask yourself, why are they singling him out?
Well, it could be
probably
personal reasons.
They probably feel like he got away with murder.
But who didn't in baseball at that point?
But he hasn't really...
Where's all these people that were fucking doing the steroids and fucking jacking balls over the goddamn walls?
But he hasn't really paid for it yet.
Baseball's
so they're really making it hurt.
Florentine raised a point about fucking the home run record with Hank Aaron and Bud Selig, and there might be something to that too. He just hates A-Rod, but he's a fucking Bud Selig. Never should be commissioner. He's an owner. He should not be the commissioner. He was an owner.
True.
Well, baseball made that mistake so long ago at this point, right?
I banged the table and kicked a briefcase and slammed out of the room, and just felt like this system. I knew it was restricted, and I knew it wasn't fair. But what we saw today is just. It was disgusting. And the fact that the man from Milwaukee that put this suspension on me with not one bit of evidence, something I didn't do, and he doesn't have the courage to come look at me in the eye and tell me, this is why I did 211, I shouldn't serve one inning. And this guy should come to our city. I know he doesn't like New York. I love this city. I love being a Yankee. My daughters grew up in New York. And for this guy, the embarrassment that he's put me and my family through, and he doesn't have the courage to come see me and tell me, this is why I'm going to destroy your career. And I have to explain this to my daughters every day.
Aww.
The thing he's saying, though,
something though.
He did do something, but what is he saying about the guy about he didn't do anything and he shouldn't serve? Why is he saying he shouldn't serve one inning? Like, what am I'm obviously missing something.
He's basically saying it's all bullshit. The charges are bullshit.
Did he juice though? I think he did, didn't he?
And Bud Selig is probably saying this is an open and shut case. I don't need to waste my time in New York. They'll take care of it.
For Bud
That's probably
to
what's
not,
going on.
Why wouldn't Bud show up?
Bud Selig is an absolute cunt.
I don't like him at all, but he probably has someone representing his side, obviously.
He's an
It's not worth
arrogant
his
fuck.
fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah, I really
because they think it's a no-brainer.
Well, that's true. Scumbag move, though.
And A-Rod's using it to deflect, obviously.
It is true. You want to fucking
He gets a little deflection here.
End somebody's career. Maybe you should show up.
It's the first time I've ever liked. Right now is the first moment I've ever liked Alex Rodriguez.
He's having what they call a human moment.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever liked. This is why you don't always listen to people who tell you don't go out and talk about it, because then you tell your side,
right?
And don't let the Daily News do it for you. You tell it.
You'll be back hating him soon enough.
But look, dude, when he goes 1 for 17 in the fucking playoffs, I'll hate him again. But I don't want to see his career ended because of Bud Selig.
Because Bud is not going to let this just sit there, so he's going to explain some shit, and you're going to go, oh, fuck, okay.
I'll be like, oh, yeah, fuck that A-Rod guy.
I bet you that's what's going to happen. There's going to be a quick turnaround of this. Another highlight.
So you blew up when the arbitrator, Horowitz, made the ruling the commissioner is not coming. That's when you exploded. So you got the definitive word that he was not coming to this process, right?
I exploded much worse than Paul O'Neill on any of his explosions with the coolers. I was very upset. I probably overreacted, but it came from the heart, and this has been a very difficult process. And I felt that the reason why I didn't go to Letterman or Leno, or I didn't come on your show, or the hundreds of invitations is out of the respect to the game, to Michael Weiner, and to Manfred, and ultimately to the commissioner.
What?
He's saying that
do you believe that? He knows if he did any interviews, he'd be in a tough spot. Out of respect, he didn't do interviews? Come on. That's bullshit.
Well, he's just, he's basically saying, look, I could have been a dick before. He can't say it like that, but he's basically saying I could have been a dick a long time ago and blabbed, and I didn't.
Yeah. But he also knows he would have been in a tough spot.
Yeah, I think he did it at one point, right? Didn't he do steroids at one point, but so many other guys did, too.
But he didn't blow off, interview requests because out of respect for those people.
Right.
There's no fucking way.
I don't know why the government's involved or Congress wasn't. Who gives a fuck? If these guys want to do steroid, let them. I don't care.
Yeah, I like it.
It's not my business.
It makes the experience that much more amazing. Let's say hi to Tony in New York.
Hey guys, what's up? Listen, Jimmy, you said that you didn't understand. You thought A-Rod did juice, and it did come out in like 2002 that he did take steroids. But what's going on here with this situation is some clinic in Miami got turned over by the government, and the owner of the clinic, who's basically a felon, baseball paid him, and they paid him in cash, so it's really, really shady, to testify against A-Rod. And A-Rod saying that this claim is bullshit.
Wait, baseball paid him in cash?
Yup, cash. And that's what all these sports shows are talking about, and Francesca is really on A-Rod's side this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
A-Rod's a huge, baseball is a huge organization. How are they paying this guy in cash just to take down A-Rod? So that's really what's going on here. He's saying that this is bullshit.
Well, we're going to find out, I guess.
I think both sides have a lot of bullshit going on. But I mean,
I think baseball players in general get together and go, all right, what do you know?
Yeah.
Where can we go? What do you got?
I don't think A-Rod did anything that anyone else wasn't doing at the time.
They're all looking for an edge because there's way too much at stake. Massive salaries, massive fame.
Mm-hmm.
So you get together with the guys and go, all right, what do you got? What's the new thing?
Yeah.
Are they going to detect it in a piss test? Right?
Yep.
He's never tested positive. A-Rod has never had a positive test. That's another thing that should be brought out here.
Okay.
And the guys that got brought down in this with this clinic, they served their suspensions quietly. They just went and served them because this guy, of course, they know that they were involved in it. A-Rod did have some interaction with this clinic, but I think that it's just the process of the way baseball went about just nailing A-Rod. And then they gave him about 111 games more suspension than anybody else that was involved in this scandal.
Yeah, why? And Bud Selig doesn't have to explain why. He's just an arrogant old cunt.
That's because of the smirk.
Yes.
Yeah.
The A-Rod smirk.
Think that's it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think Selig's jealous of the chicks A-Rod gets to bang?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, sir. More info. I appreciate it. Back to the clip.
To Michael Weiner and to Manfred and ultimately to the commissioner.
Funny, right?
Because this is the game that I love. I spent 20 years in the big leagues. I've worked my tail off. And at the end of the day, I always said to you and other media members, I will tell my story. I will have a platform and a forum. And I thought, rightfully so, this should end with Selig on Thursday and me on Friday under oath. Put your money where your mouth is.
So you were going to still testify?
Or we can go to Milwaukee and we can do it there. If he doesn't want to
listen, Selig, I want to challenge you. I was going to fucking working the mic like wrestlers.
Right.
You were there, I'm there.
Although, yeah, if one testify, they both testify under oath.
Yeah,
but
there you
Selig
go.
should have to explain himself. I don't care if you're the commissioner. If
Under
you're giving
oath,
this
right.
guy, who literally is the only challenger for the home run record, if you're giving him this suspension, you should have to
show
explain
up
it.
and show cause. You remember that last phone call we just took?
Yes. Of course.
Okay.
All right. We got a classic situation right here. Classic. We've never heard this before. The last caller was wrong. Go ahead, Anthony.
That call was complete bullshit, man.
Of course.
No, what he said was accurate, but the part that he's missing is that A-Rod also tried to pay these guys off prior to Major League Baseball getting a hold of him.
Okay.
Do they have proof of that?
Do I have proof of it?
No, not you, but are they saying they have proof of that?
Yeah, they're saying they have proof of that, but not only do they have proof of that, they have proof that he tried to intimidate the other players that were underneath the investigation not to cooperate with Major League Baseball.
Right.
The crux of the whole investigation. So the reason why they're going after him so hard is because they have a whole bunch of evidence that links him to basically
valuable evidence.
Trying to squash all evidence linking himself to this clinic.
Right.
And the fact is that this is not only the first time he's dealing with somebody in Miami. He also deals with this guy Galea.
Hold on, but dude. Was the paying the cash thing? That's a big. Baseball doesn't pay in cash. Was that what it was?
But then A-Rod's trying to squash some old findings as well.
Yeah, he's also trying to pay in cash, Jimmy. And I think
but he's not. I'm sorry, go.
This guy is a scumbag, and he only wanted cash.
Hey.
So I mean, it's kind of shady on both ends.
And could you add that Major League Baseball is going after him really hard because of the smirk, please?
Yeah, please.
I got a theory. It's all about the smirk. The A-Rod smirk has gotten him in some deep trouble.
You want me to believe A-Rod was doing steroids because Selig says so?
You bought that lie. All I got is the positive test and my bolts.
Money where your mouth is.
So you were going to still testify?
Or we can go to Milwaukee and we can do it there. If he doesn't want to
you were going to still testify. You never backed off.
I was going on Friday night.
Okay. And you were told today that now the commissioner, here's the ruling, commissioner is not coming.
Yep. Oh. That's a big face.
It is.
And then in the post it says, by shifting blame to Selig, Team A-Rod hits a home run in the court of public opinion. Like, yeah, I was just changed, but maybe I'm still wrong.
That's what I'm saying. He's deflecting a little bit. He's taking advantage of the fact that Selig isn't showing up. So
working for him, sympathy.
It's absolutely working for him. But that's what I'm saying. Something will come out where you go back to, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
I got confused for a second.
You're like, oh, that's right. He is an asshole. Shit.
It'll probably happen today.
Oh.
And you can call up tomorrow and say, okay, you guys were right.
Yeah.
And then one more clip from the interview with Mike Francesa on The Fan here in New York.
You have said in the past a lot of times, everywhere, that you would, when it was over, and you're saying now it's over, you had been very guarded about what you said, okay? You had not said much about the process or were you guilty or innocent. Tacopina, I'd heard a couple of times say it, so I'll ask you the question. Were you guilty of any of these charges?
No, and I should have
Did you
served
do
warning.
anything wrong?
No.
Did you do any PEDs?
No.
Did you obstruct just anybody, any witnesses? Did you do anything that they accuse you of doing? Nothing.
Nothing.
So you're guilty in your mind of nothing.
I feel like I should be there opening day.
Okay.
And that's what I'm working hard for.
And let's get that on the record. You
With
say
no lawyer,
you did not
you're
do
saying this?
these PEDs that they're accusing you of doing.
You're correct, Mike.
Okay.
Oh, God. All right.
Well, you know, that's a fucking, even though he's not under oath right now.
But he has nothing to lose by saying all that.
Yeah.
There's nothing to lose.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then if
He
shit
feels
does
like there's
come up-
plausible deniability there, so he's going with it. Fucking guy did heads.
Maybe. Hey, what?
PEDs,
Oh,
whatever
no,
the fuck.
It's different.
What do you mean? I ain't no ped.
No, it's different.
Let's say hi to Daniel from Jersey. What's up, Daniel?
I used to Pez
Good morning,
as a
boys.
kid.
Nice.
What's that? Pez. It was great.
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Hey, Major League Baseball is coming down on A-Rod hard for two reasons. The first reason, like you said, is obviously because of the smirk.
Thank you. Finally.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. That's all I got, my goofy bit. Let's go with it. And what else? What else, sir?
Yeah, the second reason, he actually, they have evidence that he was actually trying to cover it up and destroy some of the evidence that they had on him. As far as the suspensions go, it's actually set in their agreement with the players' union. How many games people get suspended for using steroids. So it's like first offense is 50 games, I think. After that is 100 games. So that's what all the other players got.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm going to stop you for a second because you're the second person saying that A-Rod tried to cover up some old evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the proof of that?
You know what?
It's in the pudding.
Yes, but I'm sure that if it ever goes to trial, something like that, then it'll come out.
Thought better of it.
Okay.
I should have too.
All right.
All right. So there's no proof, really.
I don't know. I guess it's going to come out.
I really don't know. There might be, there might not be. But, I assume that Major League Baseball is not going to spend all the money on a lengthy, possibly going to court on it if they didn't have something to back it up. Otherwise, they're just throwing money down the drain.
Well, we'll see what happens today because I don't think Major League Baseball is going to sit tight on what A-Rod said yesterday.
And when he said that he never used steroids, if I remember correctly, back, I don't remember how many years ago it was, but when they did like their baseline testing where all the results were anonymous to see, they made a deal with the union that based on the results of that test, how they would implement future testing for steroids.
Yeah.
And I think that he was one of the people that actually tested positive. The results were supposed to be anonymous, but a couple of years afterward, they got leaked out, and he was one of the people that tested positive.
All right.
Even if he did back then, it's just enough already because so much of this shit goes on, and baseball fucking knows it.
They always knew it.
Right, they always knew it.
They always knew it, and then it kind of exploded on them.
They're more hateable to me because they're not the ones who are fighting for a contract every X amount of years or fighting for the record. They're the overall company, and they know it's happening, and then they act like fucking what?
They had no qualms about steroids when fucking it brought baseball back from the popular fucking hell it was in.
Of course.
Because of the strike. Oh, yeah, they knew. They knew damn well.
They're so close to the game, obviously, and they study stats. And
Sosa and McGuire.
and they see the players bulking up. They're not dummies.
Yeah, they know.
You go to your local gym, and all of a sudden you see a guy all bulked up. Immediately, okay, he's cycling.
Yeah.
Cycling through some shit right now.
Yeah.
They knew. Get the fuck out of here.
Toasting each other as the balls are flying over the walls.
Right.
No, I agree with you that, they knew what was going on and they didn't really care. But, at least A-Rod should come clean. Don't say I never did it when there was a test that you did test positive. Just say, look, I did it. It was before there were penalties in place for it. Once they changed the rules and said it's not allowed, I stopped doing it. Come clean. Don't try to cover up what you did.
I know a lot of people have, sympathy for A-Rod today, but that guy's full of lies. You watch the turnaround now within a day or two.
I'm not lying.
Thank you, sir.
What is the Players Association doing? What is the union sticking by him, or what is their take on it? Maybe someone knows.
Yeah, I guess they are. I mean, I guess they have to, right?
I never took steroids, right?
Yeah, not lying.
I don't care what Mr. Malunigan says.
You call up and just talk about nothing that's pertinent.
Hello, I want to talk about me and Colin on the trip. What? We weren't even talking about.
All right.
How you doing? This is Alex Shooter Popolop.
Whoa. Who's that?
Yeah, I was shooting up all of your steroids, and my head got so big it's like a balloon.
We're going to have to get a little taste of Scott and Todd. I know Jocktober's over.
I know. But it is always
And
nice.
We's put in a request to go after a radio show in Rochester.
Terry Clifford?
No.
Consider it done, Weez.
No,
we got you loud and clear.
No.
Fuck T to the C.
Terry Clifford Day?
No.
Yeah.
I was so scared my last visit to Rochester that I was going to fucking run into that monster.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy, I'd be afraid too.
Exactly.
No,
She was doing that
are.
Chris Angel trick. She stepped on him.
he's got a show that's very, very deserving.
Yeah.
Very deserving.
Why?
And this show basically said recently that Brother Weeze, who does a lot for people in general, took money from charities.
Why did he?
No, of course not. Oh, sorry. So, we might have to put this show on.
What show is it?
On the radar. I don't know. I think her name's Kim or something. Kimberly. I don't know the name of the show.
Kimberly. You mean that great song?
Kimberly.
Supposedly she's a real,
What?
See.
I would like to expose people for taking charity money, but you're exposing the kids that actually are getting the money because they have the disease. And you call them out like, he's taking money from this charity.
And he's got a lollipop in one hand. He goes, he coughs and he's screaming at him in front of a group.
But I didn't do nothing, mister.
Yes, you did, bum.
Oh.
Shout at him, put him on the stand, take his medicine and step on it. Bad boy.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
You're a bad boy.
Oh, gee, mister.
Tony in Jersey says A-Rod's name is the only one that got leaked out. So that's, he feels like he's been singled out by Major League Baseball.
That should be inadmissible in any sense of the word.
Right.
If it leaked.
We're going to break this week's podcast, which we didn't promote yesterday. The brand new podcast is up for you. It's the best of Mike Tyson on our show from his 3 or 4 appearances.
He was good.
So please go get the Opie and Anthony podcast, and please spread the word about the Opie and Anthony podcast. We're trying to figure out if there's a business model there. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Did you hear the big Mike Tyson news?
What?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. Oh, no. But he's happy that my special is on Netflix tonight. American Degenerate is now available on Netflix.
He can only hold it for a couple seconds, and then I see his whole face start collapsing.
Yes, he starts chuckling a
That's
little.
very cool, though. American Degenerate now available on Netflix.
And I have tickets going on sale tomorrow for the Valentine's Day weekend, Atlantic City, the Borgata. I'm doing it myself. I'm in the music box, so bring your girlfriend or your wife, and I will ruin your weekend.
Bring your box to the music box.
I got it.
Jimmy's saying.
I gotta say, I started the Mike Tyson book.
How do you like it?
Holy
awesome,
fuck.
Right? Awesome.
I'm only 30 pages in, and I'm already thinking, okay, 700 pages is not enough, or 600, whatever it is.
And it's small font, right? Like, so every page is fucking packed.
But it doesn't. I don't feel like I'm reading Tyson's actual words. By the way.
Oh, you think?
Help? Well, of course, all the celebrities get a little help. It's common now, and it's fine. It's accepted.
Talked it out. He probably talked it out.
He absolutely talked it out, but then it was cleaned up a bit. But holy fuck, does he have a story to tell?
I'm on page 480, whatever, and it has not gotten boring.
Really?
Not even a little. I never realized that drug addiction was such a big part of his career. I didn't realize the drugs he was doing during the Lennox Lewis fight or fucking after, oh my God, drugs fucking ruined this poor guy.
It starts.
A poor guy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The forward or whatever the fuck it's called before the numbers start. I hate that about books.
Because you feel like you're kicking ass and you haven't even gotten to one yet.
You haven't even gotten to one yet.
Is it the ones where the pages are labeled like I?
Shit.
I.
That drives me nuts because that's not, it doesn't count.
No.
It doesn't count at the
the
end.
page count, right.
But he starts with Desiree Washington. Holy fuck, did he get railroaded?
Yeah.
It's so obvious. And he's sticking by that.
Yeah.
And then it goes into his upbringing where he had a chance. Like, he had a relatively normal family life. And then, the mom lost her job and all that. Then they had to go to Brownsville, where it was just a completely different, neighborhood. And
fucking Beirut.
And then he's robbing houses at 7, 8, 9, 10 years old.
A gun. He had
with a gun. I can't even imagine that.
He's in a gang fight.
Motherfucker.
He's in a gang fight with a gun, and he sees his older brother, going, "What the fuck are you doing on the other gang?" Really great.
Oh,
really great story, man.
What does his older brother do?
I don't know. I believe he's still alive. There's a photo in the book of Mike and his older brother, so I'm thinking he's still around.
I don't think we ever saw a picture of Mike Tyson's older brother.
It's in there. I think
same parents or same mom type of deal. What do we got there?
Do not know.
Yeah.
Probably same mom.
I wonder if he has boxing skills or ever did, his brother.
You gotta have some kind of that neighborhood, man.
But
gotta fight.
Yeah.
And he, Mike Tyson was, he was not nice.
No, even in the boxing
One of
world.
his tricks was, the old subways.
Yeah.
Remember when you could pull the windows down? I forgot because I'm reading it in the book. You could pull the windows down, you get a little air, even though you're going to get shitty air. So he would sit in a seat. He would pull all the windows down, and then women or whoever the fuck would sit in the seats where he just was. He'd get out of the train and on the platform, reach in and yank fucking chains.
As the train started going.
As the trains are going.
You reach in and yank your chain off.
Yank fucking chains.
And then you're on the train. Where are you going?
Good gimmick.
And then he would wear the chains for just a day or two, but he knew eventually they would rob him of the chains. So then he would get a couple days out of it, and then he would pass it on to somebody else to get some money for it.
The violence that this guy grew up with, man, like the fucking fact that everything he had was going to be beaten, he would be beaten up and everything was taken, and then he'd beat somebody up and take their shit. It was like this fucking, it was a very, very violent place.
Something.
So many stories, and I think in the book he's only 10 at this point. Yeah. Wandering around, no supervision, wearing really nice clothes, hanging out with older, street guys.
Yeah.
Dealing with pigeons. The boiling water story? Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know,
Even in that world, though, I think he comes from a really violent place. I'm sure Sonny Liston didn't come from a great neighborhood at George Foreman, but he came from a violent fucking neighborhood, man. And a violent behavior he exhibited.
I can't wait to get back to reading it.
It's so fucking
great. It got me off my stupid Candy Crush obsession.
Wow.
I'm so happy that
I like
I'm
reading
again.
It's hard to focus on reading because of the phones and stuff. It's hard to just go like, and slow down and just read. And I'm so happy I'm doing that a little bit more.
I used to read a lot.
Yeah.
I hope I get back into it.
I'm making myself do. I'm making myself because Tyson's book is so good. Dr. J's book was good. Mike's is better though. Dr. J's Mike had a different life than Mike.
Sorry, Dr. J. Then I go with Tyson.
Yeah, you got to go with Tyson, but
and then I'll find something else to read after that.
No, I would recommend Dr. J. It was good.
Maybe
but Tyson's just fucking.
Maybe some kind of romance novel.
I'm just trying to figure out what that is.
What?
There's
Two
a
happy
plan
people.
for my life. Double plane crash survivor opens up. Was this guy in 2 plane crashes?
Oh
God, that's got to be a little fucking.
Yeah, I know. Don't fly with him, right?
Ah, yeah, Jim.
Well, yeah.
Good one.
That's gotta that means we got to get rid of him. He's the devil or something.
Don't fucking. What is he? Basketball player?
I don't know what he is.
What is it? What we got?
You don't fly right.
What we got with this shit?
Well, he has survived 2 plane crashes that killed his parents.
Yikes.
His parents were killed twice in plane crashes?
Damn.
Wow.
And
Look
he's
at that.
now
Fucking plane in a garage.
He's now speaking publicly for the first time about his recovery and his plans to play college basketball.
For who though?
University of Michigan.
Oh, okay. All right.
2 plane crashes.
I see the M M hats out there.
Do you know the odds are so rare to be killed in 1 plane crash?
Think about it.
Could you imagine having 2 plane crashes? What the odds
Think
would
about
be?
on the show.
Think about it.
Ugh.
All right, we'll be back with a great audio clip from Sean Penn.
Oh, good. I'm sure it's great.
And a news reporter looking like an idiot.
Ooh.
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius X. The guys are back from the toilet.
And now, back to our show.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
It's really low in the background. Wow. What is that?
Shed that.
It's a group called Avatar.
Television.
Huh?
It's a group called Avatar.
Ghost.
Avatar.
I was on television. Shut up. Quiet. You're funny.
That was Red Eye last night.
Unbelievably fun.
Was it?
It was Ann Coulter, Dean Cain. I didn't know Ann was on.
Oh, Dean Cain.
Who was
Superman Dean Cain?
Really cool guy. And, of course, Andy Levy. And Greg was there to host. And, was it fun last night, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Dean Cain.
He's a relatively conservative dude, huh?
I guess. I mean, we always get so silly on that show.
Yeah.
I talk about it, and very rarely do I. It's like you talk about the topic a little bit, but I just get ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the best thing. It's just, there have been times Greg asks me, like, so Anthony, what do you think about this, that? And all I'm thinking is how I could segue his question into what I want to say anyway. And that's what I usually do. It's like, oh, yeah, I think I agree with that. But also,
I agree with this.
I'm almost as comfortable on Red Eye as I was on Tough Crowd. Like, it's a much different vibe and a much different environment.
Yes.
But it's so complete. And they love fucking Gutfelder. He will run Fox because, like O'Reilly now, he subs for he's got the 5.
Yeah.
That cocksucker's on every 20
He's subbing
minutes.
for O'Reilly?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, good for Greg.
Gutfeld is a really...
Did not know that.
Yeah, because he's a relatively young, decent looking, and very,
talented
very...
guy.
But he's not irrational. Like, you could talk to him if you're a liberal. He's not a fucking get rid of gays. He's not one of those guys. He's a very rational guy.
I like, I watch him on the 5 a lot. And, he writes up his little segments about a topic of the day or week and stuff, and it's really concise and funny, and he's got a good view on things.
I found myself watching Chris Matthews.
Oh God,
Chris Matthews.
He's just too predictable.
Chris Matthews.
Well, I was watching because they played a JFK tape that's never been played before.
Oh.
Of him talking about the debate with Nixon.
Oh yeah.
And the makeup controversy. So there was there was controversy about the makeup and that it was possibly done on purpose to fuck Richard Nixon.
Oh really?
A bit of a conspiracy. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh, what do you mean?
But then it turned out that it's the same makeup guy is used a lot. But some were saying that, the makeup guy was in on saying, this is how we're going to fuck Richard Nixon in this debate because he's going against the handsome JFK guy. We're going to give him shitty makeup.
Her pancake makeup.
Because it's been discussed many, many times over the years. That's why, Nixon lost that election because he looked like shit on TV. And it was the first, debate, right?
Yeah, it was black and white too.
But they had
makeup.
Yeah, but he had sweat on his upper lip, his forehead.
Was sweating.
And they said he looked really pale, and that's when I said to myself, "It's black and white. How can you really tell that?" But I guess back then, when all you saw was black and white TV, you probably were able to tell that shit more than you would nowadays. And they also said that Nixon was in the hospital for that leg infection for something like 3 weeks.
I had
prior.
shingles.
Was it shingles?
Always with the shingles.
I couldn't hear you.
Prior to the debate.
Shingles.
But do we have the video?
Shingles.
Because what you get to see, the audio is a little rough, but what you get to see is a JFK extremely relaxed. And his speaking voice is very different than his public voice.
He's not ask not.
No, he's very mellow.
Yeah?
It was fascinating.
I seen this tape years ago.
No, you didn't.
I should have gave you guys a heads up that we were going to go here.
That's
but the
fine.
tape was released yesterday or the day before.
That's cool. Chris.
Wow, they don't really. It's just not online somewhere.
Hey. It's hardball with Chris Matthews. My hair's a mess.
There it is.
If you don't turn that this way, I'm going to kiss you on the lips.
Well, tonight we have some newly discovered footage of Jack
exactly
Kennedy
what I watched
talking
last night.
candidly,
Exactly,
and
right here.
Unaware that a camera was rolling about his first debate with Richard Nixon.
Where the camera was
This was
rolling?
just 4 days after that debate. Here's the backstory. That first presidential debate of 1960 was the first ever televised, and television gave Kennedy the clear edge. More than 60 million people watched, and what they saw may have been more important than what they
Look at
heard.
the sweat
a haggard
under
Nixon
his
just
lip.
back from the
Yes.
hospital, pale with sweat on his chin and upper lip. By comparison, Kennedy was cool and flushed with confidence, projecting the winning image that would take him to the White House. Well, the story goes that Nixon relied on makeup that failed to hold up under the hot lights in the studio. The newspapers had a field day with that story, and the Chicago Daily News, a Republican paper, went so far as to suggest that Nixon's makeup had been intentionally sabotaged by a Democratic makeup artist. Well, that story, of course, turned out not to be true. But the makeup issue was as hotly debated as the debate itself. And here, hardball producer Will Robbie dug through the NBC News archive and discovered footage with sound of Jack Kennedy talking while having his makeup done on camera just 4 days after that debate. He was at his home in Hyannis, Massachusetts, preparing for an interview with David Brinkley and Chet Huntley of NBC News.
Sounds
It's
a little
rare
rough,
glimpse,
but-
I'm sure to tell you, behind the curtain at Jack Kennedy's
play it.
off-air persona. While the audio is poor, you can make out that they're discussing the story about Nixon's makeup. Historian Michael.
Oh boy. Oh, good one. Chris.
Historian Michael. Historian Michael Beckman is here with me now.
Chris.
And Michael, you've seen this and you agree this is a big deal.
Yeah, it's amazing because, Chris, number one, especially this week, if you think about the
He has hair like
footage
JFK.
that
Right.
you and I maybe have not seen before of JFK.
Comfortable voice.
It's hard to think that there could be anything like that.
What gender are you,
here
voice?
We have a find that, at
This
least
is
you
all
and I have
fat
not
that
seen
you
it,
cut
but
off your
most Americans
steak.
have
All
not.
fat.
It really
Get
is
to
a
it.
discovery.
I love it because, like the scene
Same
in Crisis
picture.
about the Alabama
Play the
desegregation
video.
effort.
This is what I was
You
saying
got
to
a
myself
glimpse of the
last
guy
night.
when he doesn't think the cameras are on.
Chris,
All
get
right.
to it.
Fabulous.
Get to
Okay,
it.
Enough suspense. Let's take a look
Thank
at what we
you.
found here.
Right.
Right. Listen to his voice, though.
That story about the Democratic makeup man. Yeah, they got the wrangle about the union. They're in a wrangle now about the lighting of his. Who did make him up? Yeah, no man. Yeah, well, why not? I know. Who was it, Len? Do you know? No, he has been who does that for a long time. Same fellow, but why doesn't Chicago do any news like that? I don't know. Looking for that part. I must say, all these newspapers who keep putting the knock now into the debate, I think it's just media rivalry, isn't it? No, there's some of that. Democrat, I must say, I don't know what we do without television. I look at Well, it was a hell of a show, that's all.
Well, it was a hell of a show, I thought. You guys see with the
You get a
subtitles.
glimpse there, White.
Pretty wild, though, huh?
Yeah, just to see him, like whenever you see photos of him just relaxing at the beach house, it's really weird to see.
On my sailboat.
Yeah, Clinton Hill had a lot of great stories about him, just personal, his life, and it's.
But
you
he's
see him as
soft-spoken there, like very confident, just talking.
just a nice, normal guy, and what a terrible fucking anniversary. It really is. As much as I've teased it and we've all mocked it and, the historical whatever.
Tomorrow.
It's a fucking horrible day tomorrow, man.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Terrible.
Tomorrow's the day.
And Oswald was I'm so happy that cocksucker's dead and never got to do a bunch of interviews. I mean, the conspiracy shit would have been knocked out if he had lived, but fuck him.
I like
squashed by Jack Ruby's truly a hero.
Sirhan, still alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would they,
Why would they leave him alive? Mind control fucking 40 years
Mind
ago?
control.
And it still works? Ugh.
Obviously, he needs to be kept alive.
He should be killed. Sirhan should be killed for what he did to this country.
Then I went over to Anderson Cooper, and he went long form with the JFK thing. A lot of old news clips, but long form witnesses and talking about how people saw something on the grassy knoll and ran that way. And, the announcement by the press secretary that a press secretary that was, I guess, filling in and how he had to make the announcement in front of everyone. I never saw that clip either.
Can we see that?
That was pretty amazing.
Sam, can we see that? The press secretary, PRESS space.
Go to CNN. They might have that piece all bundled up nice for us today.
Hold on, let me say this. The boss wants the press secretary clip. Why don't you fucking find it and stop futzing around? Looking at Phil Spector, Sylvia Brown.
Yeah, psychic Sylvia Brown's dead, I guess.
Yep. Fucking vulture.
You think?
Yes.
Some say she found missing kids.
All right, well, my apologies.
I don't think.
You're a man of conviction.
Yeah, whatevs.
Yeah.
I was never convicted.
All right.
Sam, will you just Google it?
It's all right. I should have gave these guys the heads up.
No, you take
But
10 seconds, boss.
It was a
He
lot
should
of
find it.
It was a lot of clips I haven't seen before because they really just kind of went a little deeper because of the 50th anniversary.
Sure. See that Zapruder clip that they
Yes, the famous one.
put
Put to what?
Hear about that? They put it together really touched up every frame, put
The
it together
stability
in kind
thing.
of a stability. Yeah. They stabilized the picture. It's amazing, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks pretty cool.
I think I've seen.
Oh, here we go. Oh, there's a horrible version of
We'll
it.
do it again. Go on, Matt. John F. Kennedy died at approximately 1 o'clock Central Standard Time
Where?
today here in Dallas. He died gunshot wound in the brain.
Slow it down. Insane in the membrane. Remember Static?
I have no other details regarding the assassination of the president.
This is a horrible version of it. Assistant press secretary. Yeah, he was not the actual guy that day.
Malcolm killed
I mean, he was the guy that day, but it wasn't his gig. And what? He fucked it up because he goes, I could do it again? Did anyone else pick up on that in the beginning?
Yeah, you want another take?
Yeah, they were telling him to slow down.
Right. So, yeah, that's a horrible version of it.
Wowie kazowie.
Anyway, 50 years tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that eternal flame is not so eternal. Sunday morning with that Charles Osgood.
Sunday morning.
They dedicated their whole show last Sunday to the JFK assassination. They went real deep. It was a great hour and a half of TV. And the eternal flame, that flame's gone out a million fucking times since.
Well,
I did not know that.
A million times. They had major construction on it because they decided to go with a new design, so not so eternal.
I think they mean it figuratively.
I understand what they mean.
They were
but
Bengals fans.
I really thought they figured out, try to figure out how to keep the actual flame going even through construction.
Yeah.
But it was down and out for a while.
Yeah, it's kind of out.
There's actually pictures of it out.
Yeah, I mean, what does it mean? It's stupid. The gas shut off.
Right.
It's not some fucking magic. Like Chris Angel.
Yeah.
Balloon Kennedy would have been good.
Balloon Kennedy.
Put him in the car.
He'd still be alive today.
Think of Oswald Schock looking through that scope.
Right.
He fucking makes the shot and then just sees Kennedy go.
Right.
Just deflates.
And I guess your pal there, George Zimmerman.
What happened?
He, I don't know. I think he picked the wrong girl to kind of shack up with. First of all,
well, she was probably
she was posturing. She was posturing for some kind of interview and maybe a payday. Some are saying.
Oh boy.
And they were trying to negotiate, a price.
Jeez.
Why would she do that if they're still, especially if they're still connected?
Yeah, she wants to get a little cash.
She wants her 15 minutes, right?
She wants her taste.
But she's saying that he put a gun in his mouth, threatened suicide.
He was hungry.
And used.
He's like, he is a big fella.
Yeah.
and he was on the pills.
Yeah.
After the trial.
What kind of pills?
I don't know.
Anti-anxiety.
Who knows? Maybe some Xanadu.
A little Zanny.
Zanny action.
A little Zanny the nanny.
Yeah.
As
of course he was.
Susan Anthony used to call it.
Of course he was depressed. Of course.
Yeah, you got to figure,
As a human being going through that, it worked out in his favor in the end. But as a human being, that's got to fucking take its toll on you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's going to be popping up in the news every so often. I guess what, $9,000 bail.
Right.
Restraining order.
Right.
The usual shit you get with a domestic.
For $9,000 bail on a gun charge, or did the gun charge total bullshit?
I think it's, it's all alleged. But
did he lose his guns for now?
Yeah, I don't think he's allowed to.
Yeah, they took his
have
guns.
his guns.
They did.
Yeah, it usually happens when you get a domestic violence charge and a restraining order. They pull your guns away.
Wow. He's going to pull an OJ.
You think?
Yeah,
He'll end up in jail for something?
Because he can't go out in public. He's hated.
He's going to pull an OJ, meaning all he has to do is just, behave or whatever, but he's not going to be able to help himself, and something will happen, and he'll be in jail for a few years easy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that him being, in danger of his life being out is a little overblown.
I think you're right.
I don't see as many black assassins out there doing away with people that are known to be, either racist or have done bad things to people in the black community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd be fine.
Folks, that's you.
A lot of talk. People are a lot of talk.
Yeah, but there's always one who will walk up and break
Yeah, that's
your jaw.
true. Definitely.
Only takes one ant.
But,
Be right back.
Apparently you could just walk around the streets and
That one to end dramatically.
get a big fist in the face. I like that the knockout game thing is kind of coming to the forefront in the news. People talking about it's the latest thing to talk about. Knockout game. Looks fun.
But I don't. It is what it is. But it's just fucking the way they tiptoe around the language. It's like just say what it is.
It is funny.
Bunch of black guys walking around just punching people in the face. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a knockout game. If I was black and I could punch, I would play it.
Would you? Yeah.
In this hallway. I'd play it with the fucking down the hall. I'd love to go play it now. Just knock people out. Men, women, children. Be knocking motherfuckers out all day.
Yeah.
Whatevs.
Yeah. Whatevs, Chip. That's what I say. I'm just trying. It's bugging the shit out of me. I can't remember what I was just reciting over and over again last night. This morning I woke up again. It's something Jimmy was saying yesterday, and I was annoying myself with it. Right, shut up.
Something I said. But I must have had great wisdom to it.
Oh, yes.
Probably something wise.
Wisdom, wit.
Was it shickle about it? Was it shed up?
Shed up.
Can I see the news reporter looking like an idiot?
Oh, God, is that great?
We love these.
Of course we do.
Who doesn't love watching a news reporter fucking...
I don't.
Sound like a moron.
I'd rather laugh with somebody.
And this will be on our Facebook page, Opie and Anthony, if it's not there already.
Yeah, this is terrific. This was in Minneapolis, and the news reporters are on an ice rink.
Okay.
Now, the news reporter can't skate, but she's marveling at the fact that the wind is just so subtly and slowly blowing her backwards, and so she's just kind of skating backwards without moving.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Please tell me it blew her in front of a train.
In cold water, thin ice warnings are out, but you don't have to worry about that on the Oval. The John Rose Minnesota Skating Oval is now open for its 20th season of outdoor skating. Jimmy Rossiter joins us live from nowhere. The ice is nice. Good morning, MA.
We are here. Okay, the wind is blowing such that I'm able to skate backwards with absolutely no effort whatsoever.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Actually, kind of amazing.
There we go.
Listen,
She's amazed by that?
This is actually really unbelievable. I'm being blown.
Unbelievable? Really?
Okay.
She's like, oh, okay. Face plant.
Right on her face.
But why can't she put her hands out? What's wrong with her?
I don't know.
She didn't brace her fall.
No, she lets her face take the entire
Pretty
brunt
much.
of the fall.
Okay.
I bet you they're very concerned after this.
Oh, yeah.
Does she have teeth missing?
Okay, nice.
Okay.
Okay. Her hands slip out.
Oh, that's what happened. She put her hands down, but it's ice, so they slip to the side.
Is that what happened?
But instead of bringing her head up and maybe bracing her chest for impact or
face
something,
first.
just face
chin
into the ice. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Nice.
Ow.
Okay, I'm okay. MA, are you all right? Not really.
Oh, God. Is she bleeding?
Yeah. No, I'm fine.
I don't think so.
I am
Her
fine.
mouth looks bloody.
We have
A little bit.
She's bleeding. Behind us. One thing.
Oh my God.
Is she bleeding? It looked bloody.
Yeah, and why would you continue with the? Why? It's a real
It's so
moment.
phony.
Go, all right, fuck this stupid story. It was dumb anyway.
She should have improv'd and said, "My mouth. It looks like my pussy once a month. It's bleeding." Put a tampon in my mouth.
Shit.
Why would they go back to the story?
Yeah, it's Zamboni here. You just face planted, you
right.
dummy.
Just go with the face plant a little longer. That's way
really
better than a Zamboni story.
You can't really get past that point that you're fucking...
Sure.
You face planted.
Right. Let me say hi to Frank in the Bronx. What's up?
Frank was better?
Frankie.
Just watched
Hello, Frankenstein. How are you?
Oh, Jimmy. Happy birthday, Jimmy. You know what really sucks is the news is actually bringing the story of these knockouts to light, and it's actually something now the idiot white kids that want to be black are starting to do.
Oh, good.
And it's it's really ridiculous. And the more they put it on the news and they call it whatever they are, they're showing. Hello.
You're right here, buddy.
Oh God.
Did your niece get? Was your niece?
Sorry.
Was your niece part of this?
She got pummeled by a stupid a girl in the Bronx 2 days ago. She's still in the hospital, but she's going to be all right. They actually had to induce her a little bit because the brain was swelling, but she's going to be all right. But it's just sick. It's just really sick. She's 13 years old. She weighs 100 pounds. And I mean, it's just sick.
Fatty.
Where was she when the girl did that? Like, what was happening?
She was looking for a date with Anthony, probably, but no. I'm not sure. She was walking home from school, and just a big brute girl punched her in the head, and she fell.
Yeah.
And it was really the fall that really hurt her head.
Yeah, that's what happens because they're knocked out before they hit the fucking ground. Bunch of fucking assholes.
Just said, Opie, you better keep that kid in private classes. You don't want to expose him to any of this fucking public school crap.
Exactly.
It's only going to cost you $90 million a year, but
well, with
it's less
de
than that.
Blasio, De Blasio doesn't like the fact that there are schools that cost money and people that want their kids to get a good education and not be around a savage element send their children to those schools. He doesn't like that, so he wants to tax rich people so perhaps they can't afford that and then take that tax money and throw it at these public schools that
are fucking
are more problems than just money can take care of. Sometimes you can't just throw money at a problem. It still won't go away. Did you see de Blasio? They had some interview he did before the election where he was talking about the fact that he's not a free market guy and he's a heavy hand government guy. Oh. And still,
you idiots in New York
elected him because his son has a big afro.
And one more thing. Well, sorry, guys. One more thing about that whole de Blasio situation.
I'll discuss that later.
There's a guy named Ted that's opening up a DeVry School of Engineering. Is that going to happen, Ted?
Yeah, I got my... Hold on a second. I'm going to buy myself a bunch of emporiums or something.
Why is Chip doing Ted? Oh, wow.
You know what? I have an emporium of just Craig's Conundrums.
No.
Is that what you were doing, walking around saying Craig's Conundrums?
Between Schenkel and this caller.
You've had enough, haven't you?
I've had it.
All right, Frank, thank you. All right, Frank, thank you. All right.
Hold yourself, you're panicking.
All right. We got Sean Penn threatening to fucking have a fan eat his own phone.
What?
I guess Sean Penn was in a restaurant, and, see a celebrity in a restaurant, you are going to try to take a picture.
Oh, yeah, sure are.
And, Sean,
was the guy being a
really, really mad.
The video doesn't pick up until Sean starts confronting him.
Okay. The guy was probably being a dick.
How far away is it?
Yeah, hurry up, Sam. Make it bigger, I'll kill you.
Get the out of here.
Oh, shit.
I'll make you eat the phone. Get out of here.
Well, he sits back down.
I mean, that's pretty much the story.
Yeah, they're making it.
I would say
they're making it way worse than it is.
I would say to him, I don't hear you unless you knock.
Yeah, he doesn't even want to acknowledge he ever made that movie.
Just do Spicoli impressions.
So many fucking fans of Fast Times.
The guy was just probably being a dick and invasive with the phone and just yelled at him.
But Sean Penn's a dick too.
He can, yeah. It seems like he can be kind of a dick.
Oh, he is an ass.
What is Javi saying?
Yeah. Yelling in restaurants, is it wrong?
Or how about the voiceover guy? Yeah. Sean Penn's in a restaurant.
Not a fan of that.
I get mad at myself every time I click on a TMZ clip.
Should you eat phones?
I feel like I'm just contributing to
Yep. Let's see what Javi's saying. Well, you could just do any of his questions. The question's always fun.
Sean Penn flips out on fan. I'll make you eat your own cell phone. Whose side are you on? Sean's or the fans?
I'm on the phone side.
He has a worthless fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
Go to the next one. It's all questions. It's the best.
Horrendous.
Go ahead.
Bruce Jenner. I'm proud of Kendall's boobs.
Oh.
What do you think of the photo?
18. She just fucking turned 18, and she's got her nips showing through this shirt.
Yep.
Let me see
a see-through number.
Apparently, she couldn't get her tits out there quick enough.
Oh, yeah, right away.
She's not stupid.
Those
are the money makers.
God.
Yeah.
Those are lovely.
Of course they are.
I feel so bad for Kim Kardashian because this broad is going to just wipe her off the map.
This is going to be the next it girl,
it's not even it's when they're photographed together, Kim Kardashian looks like a fucking frump.
Yeah.
A complete frump.
Deep into her 30s now, and this chick's 18.
Oh, yeah.
Right. She's taller.
Yeah.
Doesn't have that ridiculous over-the-top ass.
Oh, that's what I happen to like about Mr. Kardashian. Sam?
Kim Kardashian's ass is made her...
Go show the latest picture of Kim Kardashian's ass when they're walking around New York City. It's ridiculous.
Run a comb through that hair, though. Look, it's all in her face. Your face is so pretty. Why do you put the hair in it like that?
Why do you hide it? You look like the girl from The Ring. What are you getting out of a well and crawling through the television? Why don't you go do your homework and cover yourself?
That girl turned out pretty hot. That girl that played
The ring girl?
The ring girl, yeah.
She did, right?
Yeah, it's fucked up. Right?
Why is Bruce Jenner commenting about his daughter's tits?
Why not?
He probably said he's proud of the picture, or I'm proud of everything.
Oh, no, he said, I love sucking on my daughter's tits.
Oh, you see that? Wasn't a misquote.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Yes.
His burn victim wig hairdo.
He said he's proud of her no matter what she does.
Oh, that's
and then
he's proud of her boobs.
And then they spun it? Of course. What assholes. Go back to Harvey and his questions.
Harvey, here's what his Twitter should say. I'm a cunt, right or wrong?
Oh, this is good.
Oh, another question.
CeeLo's lawyer calls BS on judge over courtroom camera.
Yeah.
Do you think the judge's decision is unfair?
I don't know. I don't know the law.
Who knows?
Stop trying to start a Twitter buzz with yourself. Fucking shithead. People's Court shithead.
God, I don't know.
He is a moron.
Any other? Yeah.
White House to curb Hollywood screenings. After Mandela, that's it. Do you agree with the decision?
I'm so happy I don't ever go to TMZ.
Yeah, no, actually, I don't agree because I always thought I'd someday go watch a screening at the White House.
You're not getting invited.
Oh, shit.
Miley Cyrus bleached her eyebrows.
That's what they're calling it.
What do you think of her new look?
It was calm.
Oh, yeah? Where's the pic?
Oh, you actually, I didn't know
I
you
want to
were
see her bleached eyebrows because I hear it looks like she doesn't have eyebrows anymore. Yeah, look. She looks like a monster.
She's sexy.
What is she doing?
I hope her breath is good. I want to put my cock right where that tongue is and then just pull it back out and reinsert it.
Sam, put your tongue back in.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. It's a weird face.
What's wrong with her?
Her eyebrows look... She looks like a mutant.
Sorry, did you see the fucking... Someone sent me this link. 16 horses that look like Miley Cyrus.
Oh, wow.
Can you find that? It's funny.
Horses do that thing where they stick their tongue out the
Dude,
side.
it's really funny. Yeah, my fucking...
Oh, that's great.
A friend of mine sent me that. It was...
Oh, man.
There it is. From BuzzFeed.
Okay, yeah. That's pretty good.
Now we just laugh for 30 seconds
horses.
without explaining.
I love horses.
Look at that one.
They're adorable.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, they all look like her in some way.
A little bit.
Yeah, look at that. She's
And horses could look evil if they want to. Holy fuck.
It's funny. I don't want to fuck the horse though, like I do Miley in every shot.
Horses can be very nasty. They put their ears back and they like open their mouth and they come at you with those big teeth sometimes. Try
You ever
to bite
get nipped?
you. Oh, yeah.
It hurts?
Yeah.
Could they fuck you up?
Yeah, they don't usually, but they can fuck you up. They can.
Wait, they put their ears back when they're mad?
Yeah, they put their ears flat back and their neck
see
goes
that?
down and their head goes straight. They're like a fucking torpedo.
Wow.
And they come at you with those goddamn teeth.
Fuck that.
How about mad horse? Can we look at a mad horse?
I guess.
They make sounds like that. They go.
That's what happens when they feel ants' hands on their hips.
Yes.
And they know what time it is.
You know what's coming.
Angry
I've never
horse.
seen that. I'd get right behind him and kick his
This
ass.
horse is pissed. It's eating oats out of a bucket, and another horse is coming by him.
His ears are back.
Yeah, he's very mad. They do that to protect their ears.
Of course.
So the other horses can't bite them
And they don't
off.
want their iPods knocked out.
Yes, he's wearing a little horse iPod. Uh-oh.
He's sharing.
God, you
Horses
edit your
aren't very
video?
good at sharing.
Jesus.
Horses don't like
Where's
sharing.
the angry part?
The one horse is just eating, and the other horse is kind of nosing over the fucking edge.
He's not very angry, though.
No, he's just eating. Let's see. He doesn't want to share his oats. I want to put my hand right in there and pinch his nose.
Oh, yeah.
How much longer?
It's a 6-hour video.
10 seconds.
He's wearing a coat. He's barely angry.
Oh, God.
Oh,
This should
come
say
on.
mildly perturbed horse.
Oh,
Sandy found the wrong
that's
video.
nothing. Oh, he's not that angry.
That's it.
Come on, find that
He was
fucking
never
angry
really
horse.
angry.
Sam.
One angry
Wait,
stallion.
one angry stallion.
Sounds like a dinosaur.
This could be me.
Oh, this could be good.
Oh, this is probably what I was talking about when he makes that sound. They make that sound.
I know. So
It was like
another
chip.
guy that needs to edit his fucking video. Finally.
Oh my God, it does sound like T-Rex.
Yeah. He has chip teeth. What's up, fucking horse?
It's not that angry.
No, he's not.
Just making. Oh my God.
Who was it? One guy making angry horse videos?
Oh,
I think
That's
the
his
angry horse
specialty.
bit is a fucking bust.
I know.
right?
Oh
What
my
happened?
God!
It's
Now he's
just running
walk-
around in circles.
That's not angry, is it?
No, he sounds like he's kind of excited about something.
He's waiting for the old Lone Ranger to come fuck his mouth.
His dick's hanging out. He's probably fucking
I saw that thing
horny.
swinging around.
Horse,
really?
big swinging horse cock.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
Oh, went back in.
That's his balls. I want to tickle them.
His dick was out a minute ago for sure.
Whatevs.
Enough of the not angry horse.
Oh,
I know.
God, that's that.
This is on happyhorse.com.
Oh, well.
It's terrible.
Let's cut our losses. Unless you got one in the millions.
No.
That usually is a sign it's a good video.
Yeah, no, Sam failed miserably.
I can't believe I couldn't pull off the "Let's look at angry horses" on YouTube bit.
Well, I
You
wanted
know
to hear
what?
the sound they made.
A lot of people can.
Yeah. Angry Horse on YouTube, it would have been a whole podcast.
Could be. Could very well be.
Did you read the article? You hear about the article that the guy who wrote Sarah Silverman is she shouldn't be trying to
the guy in Variety.
get dirty like the guys do.
Yeah, he was like,
Getting all kinds of
Sarah
shit for it.
Silverman should have kept, like she was doing, instead of trying to get so rude and angry.
She's always
like
been
the
kind of
man.
rude
I
and
know.
edgy and
What
dirty.
jerk off
Who's this
said
guy?
that?
Some writer for Variety.
Oh, fucking Variety. Who cares?
Variety. It's the spice of life, Jim.
Someone tweeted that her Diva song is really funny. Have you heard that yet?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was Brian Laurie.
Are we throwing the ball around right now? Is that what we're doing?
A little bit.
I think we're throwing the ball
A
around.
little bit. It happens.
But why
I'm
would
not
he?
saying that we're not guilty of it,
I hear you.
but we keep it to a minimum.
We try.
Unlike the morning mashup style.
And he's written the same thing about Schumer.
Amy? Yeah, of course. I guess he expects female comics to be a certain demure way. What a
Yes.
fucking cunt this guy is.
I don't like when they vote or smoke either.
Bad move for the ladies.
Why
You're a
is
good
it?
comic. You're a good comic, and she's a fucking good comic. Who cares?
Sarah Silverman, bad career move. Being as dirty as the guy.
Yeah, I know.
But she's always been that person.
Always.
What is he talking about?
3 million Twitter followers. She's doing terrible. What an asshole this guy is.
This is despite all manner of career-friendly gifts, from her looks to solid acting chops, she's limited herself by appearing determined to prove she can be as dirty and distasteful as the boys.
Let me rephrase that. Because she is good looking and is a good actress, she has been lucky that she hasn't had to sell out and become the fucking clean comic that the shitheads like Variety crave.
Is that what he wrote?
That's kind of what he should have written.
I gotcha.
Because she's doing what she does, what makes her who she is.
Right.
She's always fucking been that way.
I love when she talks about ass sex in her baby voice.
Me too.
I just about had it with her. Sorry.
I love her. You don't like Sarah Silverman?
I'd fuck her, but
she's funny, man.
All right, well, there goes the idea of Brian Lowry being misogynist.
Yeah.
I fuck her.
I don't know. Sometimes people's political ideology does fuck up my whole thing of if I like them or not.
Really?
Professionally. Yeah. Yeah, if they're way too fucking...
I never care. I
just can't
swear to
even
you,
deal.
as long as it doesn't, as long as I can still...
If it's part of what they're doing, like their act or something, and even if they sincerely mean it, and it's funny, I don't mind that. That's great. But when they start preaching,
I don't. You know, I for some reason don't care on either. Like Dennis Miller apparently has gotten really political, but I mean that doesn't bother me. I still like Dennis. I mean I don't care.
Oh, it makes the bar on Tatooine look like the Algonquin Round Table. Fucking, we get it. Every for years, him with those dumb quotes.
Kind of pretty plus more on the Twitter. Cyclist gets bitten by horse in the mountains.
Oh, yeah?
He's mountain biking and
shit
in the mountains, obviously, and then there's wild horses, so he decides, I'm going to pet one of these fuckers.
Damn. I guess they could
I'm trying to
drag
save
him away.
I'm trying to save the angry horse bit.
Oh.
I'm trying to save it.
You are. You're fucking...
I don't want too many fucking fails on the show.
You're fucking chest pumping. Come on!
Here we go.
Is that a pony?
Nah, I think the video's fucked up.
I don't know why they had to add the music, but...
I bit his arm, you
good,
dummy.
pretty good, too. Right below the wrist, really hard.
It
nice
just
chomp.
snipped him though.
Yeah.
Nice chomp. I don't know why they needed the music.
I think they decided they were going to put funny, happy music to it. And
Oh, they picked the wrong funny, happy music.
They saw some wild horses.
Yeah, let's
Can we hear
stop
it?
and
Is he
look.
talking?
Wouldn't drag me away.
What's he saying?
Putting some Gatorade on it.
Is it still music, Sam?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's just music.
And can we see that again? That great bite? That fucking thing just. But the thing didn't.
That was a
just
good chomp.
Got rid of him.
That was a warning bite. Like, get the fuck away from me.
They're wild
And
horses.
it warned him right at first. It put it,
Oh, wow.
that
He
fucking
went
thing
deep.
puts his ears back and starts throwing his head at the bicycle guy. And the bicycle guy puts his arm out to the
Right.
horse. What are you, stupid?
He probably thinks the horse. Go back, Sam.
You should have backed away right then and there.
He probably thinks the horse is nodding at him, like, "What's up?"
Yeah. Look, it sees him coming up. It's eating. Puts its ears back. Look, and it's on its head. Oh, God,
shit.
good.
Would
Those
you know that?
big horse? Fuck yeah. You like any animal when they put their ears back, it's usually a sign of don't fuck with that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just go to my video on Instagram that I put up of little fucking poor Beavis, he's biting me, and his ears are back.
You're raising a killer. You know.
I
that.
know. It's terrible.
It didn't break the skin, and it didn't fuck with him.
It's pretty red on the one side.
No,
you
but I
saw
mean,
that?
that thing could have hurt him. That was a get the fuck away.
That was a warning bite.
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck with me. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Go pedal somewhere else.
Go peddle your wares somewhere else.
That's right.
That's what I say. Yeah, good for the horse. I always gotta like when an animal gets one in on people. It's always fun. I
Huge
love
fan.
that when a deer fucking goes after a hunter because he put fucking deer vagina piss all over himself to try to get the deer to come close to him, and then just starts fucking him or kicking him.
Probably not a popular view, but I'm having a rough time with that lion picture with that broad.
What do you mean not a
The
popular
hunter.
view?
What do you mean?
Michelle, what was her fucking name?
Oh, that
What are you?
cunt?
Are you
Yeah.
for her?
What?
Why are you for her?
were you not here when we
That's not
blasted
the
her?
popular view.
Oh, we blasted her.
Oh, good.
Oh, you weren't here that day. Oh, we
good.
fucking
I wasn't
killed
here
her.
that day. Oh, good.
Fuck her.
I don't know. I don't know.
I hope
to
she-
show it off like a trophy like that is.
Yeah.
And I know it's not popular. We got a lot of hunters out there that have no problem with it.
more people were definitely against what
But
she
that
was
fucking
doing.
animal looked beautiful.
She's a pig. She's a fucking pig, and I hope she's mauled.
And she's pretty much putting her thumbs up, like, look at her. I wasn't impressed by that. What kind of hunting was it anyway?
Somewhere in Africa.
But was it some of that closed-in hunting, or was it out in the open?
I don't know. People have told me, well, and I know people email me with this. You know, the money that she spends on that hunt, that goes to help preserve it. I don't give a fuck. She's a cunt, and I hope that
Who is
eventually
she?
her arm is ripped off.
She does
and
a
she's
hunting show,
mauled.
I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're saying she spent $30,000 to go over there and hunt this
fucking
lion,
pig.
and that money goes into the local economy. It goes to help the wild game preserves and actually saves animals. And Jimmy had a great analogy on his show. He said, "Well, that's like paying money to rape a woman, and then the money goes to rape crisis center. It still doesn't help the fact that you raped a woman."
And it's just disgusting, and it's an excuse. How about this, pig? Take that 30 grand or take 20 of it and just donate it to fucking animal preserves.
Well, she's
instead of having to get your fucking rotten pussy wet by murdering an animal, shooting it.
Oh, I'm glad you guys talked about it, because that
loving
picture really bothers
It
me.
makes me. I literally,
Terrible.
and I said this and I wasn't kidding. I hope her tits are ripped off by an animal. I hope an animal claws her tits and ruins them.
Oh.
Fuck her, man. Going out and doing that and again, hunters. We've talked about this. I don't hate people that hunt for their own food. I actually admire them because they're doing something I can't do or I won't do. So if you go out there and you shoot a deer and you eat it and you don't want the government fucking with your food and all that nonsense and you trust yourself and you can make that food, I really do respect that.
And they've made the argument that they're controlling the deer population because a lot of them would just starve to death.
Yeah, that's a little bit
Fuck
different.
deer. It's not a regal animal.
But the point is though the deer is a
Hate the
different
deer.
thing. It's
There's not
Stupid
many.
face.
At this point, there's not many lions left in the wild, too,
That's
right?
what I was thinking. It's like
I
it's
think
not
that-
this.
I think that number
overabundance.
is pretty bad right now.
It is, and I
Which
hope
makes it a little worse, too, I think.
there's always these big animals, and one day I hope one of them gets. I hope her gun misfires and either A goes off and blows half her face off.
Ow.
And then she's scarred, and then we'll see about her fucking TV show that she wants to whore herself out for. Or I just hope. And I said this the other day. I hope an elephant steps on her cunt and she lives. I hope it just
man.
steps on it and blows her feet off.
When you were describing how her flat cunt.
Oh, did
so
I?
then she has, yeah. Well, you didn't describe, you just said an elephant steps on her cunt, so she has a flat cunt, big elephant foot shape. shaped.
I despise that woman.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, she's not a popular woman there. A lot of people were.
People got very mad at me, though, for that. I got a lot of hate mail about that.
Of course, I would assume you
Doesn't
would.
matter what side you take.
It was the grandstanding more than anything.
Yeah.
But the dead animal and her really just...
We played the video of her, and she can barely talk.
What'd she do in the video?
She's like, she's talking about how her whole life is about hunting, and that's why I took the shot.
Yeah, congratulating herself for all the time she put in.
Oh, she's so self-congratulatory and
These coyotes
self-important.
Chased a deer towards her and fucking missed. I bite my tongue every time I talk. Is so proud of herself that she shot this deer that the coyotes chased towards her.
Yeah.
She's a fucking valueless person. And I wish nothing but agony on her for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to see the videos.
I'm not.
Do we have the pictures of the
Well,
the
they
other?
don't really show videos of her killing anything. No.
I know.
Hunting videos
the
are
dead
weird.
animals are just...
Hunting videos are weird. They rarely show any real. I mean, they're out there, believe me. But like the TV shows and stuff, they never really show the kill.
Oh, because they know it bothers people in the end.
Oh, she's the big bear, big beautiful bear. Why?
Bear.
For what?
Oh, with Melissa Bachman, yeah, rock.
It's Thursday. That
Those
means
tits.
lots
She's
of
not even
activity
good
in our
looking.
local
She got big tits.
Today we're going over ground blinds. Now I absolutely
Ground
love
blinds.
picking out a
Ground
blind.
blinds.
But one of the most important things to first look at when you're picking out a ground blind are the windows. You wanna
what's wrong
make
with her
sure you've
voice?
got
Exactly,
something that
exactly,
can
yeah.
Wrap all the way around because let's face it, turkeys and deer, they don't always come in the one spot you want. And with this blind, you also get a few alternative windows.
Gives a fuck.
Gotta hide, dress like the environment. Fucking asshole, bitch.
You don't like the fact that she's hiding.
I've never wanted. I wish that fucking animals out there had the same wherewithal as whales, and they could fucking flank this cunt and then just crush her.
But hiding is part of the whole hunting experience.
Yeah.
You'd respect them if they just walked out there.
Yeah. Or if she was doing it to eat it, I would have much more respect for her.
Without camouflage.
Yeah.
That Trace Atkins better get his ass in here, or we're going back to Team Sean Penn.
Where is he?
Penn Jillette. He's right across the street.
Singing
Our new
Christmas
pal.
songs over there.
Should be singing a song for us today. What happened with that?
Say prayer for peace.
Your boughs are green and summer's gold.
I fucking can't stand country music. I just can't, especially when they try to like cross over like country Christmas.
Hold on, let's go to Tommy in Brooklyn.
Oh, Tannenbaum,
Tommy.
Tannenbaum, you sound like a Jew.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, Tommy, how are
Sam.
you? Trying to talk like how Trace Atkins sings.
Trace Atkins.
What do you got, Tommy?
I'm just wondering if you guys got the backstory on that. I had a friend who was in Africa hunting, and he shot a lion, but it was a nuisance lion. It had gone into a village.
Oh, was pinching people. Come up, sneak up behind him and pinch them.
Can I ask? Okay, go ahead, buddy. Sorry.
I'm wondering if that's, what happened.
But let me ask you a question. Maybe you're correct. They said that the elephant that scumbag who runs GoDaddy shot another guy I wish would be trampled to death. He had to. So the Africans who live there for fucking hundreds of thousands of years need fucking white people to come in with their guns and take care of their local animal problems?
Apparently.
Or do they just figure out a way to get some money so people can get their fucking bloodlust and go over there and kill something bigger than them? That's all that is.
They figured out how to sleep better at night.
That's exactly
They
it.
don't give a fuck that it feeds the village, but they're like, oh, wait, okay.
Village.
I'm going to go with this angle.
2013. There shouldn't be villages.
If they care about the Africans, why don't they go over there with condoms or something? You know what I mean? It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Opie said it. They want to sleep better at night. The guy from GoDaddy doesn't want to just realize he's a big corporate bag of shit. And,
And someone probably had to tell him that, like, look, you'll feel better about yourself because the villagers will take the meat away.
We do give them condoms. And by the way, you know what they do with them? They spend time tying them up in knots and winding them around each other, and they do it over and over and over again with hundreds and hundreds of condoms to make soccer balls out of them.
All right.
So they could play soccer.
What's
Put it
wrong
on
with
your
that?
dick and stop having fucking 18,000 more kids.
Well, where are they going to get a soccer ball?
Oh, yeah, whatever. happen.
But plus, if they're playing soccer, they're not fucking. So I guess it comes out.
That's true.
Maybe they're too tired to fuck after the game of soccer.
Is that really how they make a soccer ball? That sounds kind of cool. That thing you could probably kick that a mile.
How about instead of playing soccer, you figure out how to keep the sewage away from your water supply? Huh? Work that out. Work that out.
Why?
Yeah,
well, because it's 2014, just about. And the other day, I step outside my house and I watched a rocket ship go crawling into the sky.
I thought you couldn't see it.
Amazing. I saw a little dot.
I couldn't see it. I tried.
I went out.
Too much city lights.
I thought I'd see a little more.
I didn't see shit. It was supposedly a big deal.
Some guy.
Hold on. Someone's saying we're. I know this is not popular for a lot of people.
Boy. Here we go.
I wonder what the percentage is.
I think it's a big percentage of people that don't like what she's doing.
No, I mean hunting in general, pro, anti. Because now they want to talk about hunting in general. Sean in Texas, go ahead.
Hey, morning, guys. I respect that everyone has an opinion, and it's fine if you like hunting, you don't like hunting. Either way is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been to Africa. I've been 3 times. I went over there and I shot a Cape buffalo a few years ago. I stalked him on foot.
Was it Super Buffalo?
Yeah, exactly. Would he have a big bee on his cape?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, he was a big bad sumbitch, and you know what? He'd been harassing the people in a village. He had stomped an old man a couple nights before.
He's bullying.
We hunted him down.
Bullying.
And I killed the sumbitch. But you know what we did?
Sumbitch.
That buffalo weighed 1,600 pounds, and we took the meat from that buffalo and we went and we distributed it to all the villages around there. And you know what? You say it's 2013. Why do we have villages? Fucking go to Africa. There's villages everywhere. Let me tell you what. You don't know
close enough
until you've been over there.
Can we ask you, let me ask you a question.
Not my fucking problem.
Can I ask you a question about the meat thing? Like, I understand, okay, they're eating it, but like they Africans know how to hunt. They don't need Americans to come over and do it. So what is the... Hold on. Let me ask you. They absolutely know how to get rid of a buffalo in Africa. What is the attraction for you to do it?
Jimmy, they don't. See what you're saying. You're speaking from a position of, and I'm not saying ignorant, but you're not speaking from a position of knowledge. They do know that you can kill a buffalo, but they don't have the means to do it. And you say, well, let's just get some money and go do that. Well, yeah, and fucking rainbows and unicorns and all that stuff would be great too, but that doesn't happen, and that's not the real world.
So you're saying that Africans, without you going, so you brought your gun from America?
Yes.
How'd you get it to Africa on a plane? I guess you put it in the bomb. So you brought your gun into Africa, and you killed a buffalo that you stalked on foot because the Africans would not have been able to stalk and kill a buffalo.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The Africans would not be able to stalk and kill buffalo.
I could see that.
Sure, because there's nobody poachers over there killing everything that walks.
There are poachers.
Hundreds of thousands of years ago. You're
good
right,
eggs.
guys. The population explosion in Africa in the last 100 years is so... it's so incomprehensible. I mean, there are so many people over there now, and they're so overpopulated, and there's so many of them. And another thing, the game population, these wild animals, you'll talk about these wild animals, was down to almost nothing. And when countries started realizing that, there is an industry here, there's a sport hunting industry, and we want these animals around into perpetuity, and the way to do that is we're going to promote the sport hunting.
By the Congo?
We're going to promote the sport hunting.
I mean, dude, so you didn't answer what's the attraction for you?
He likes hunting.
You know what? It's something I've done all my life. It was something I was brought up around.
Yeah.
We don't all, and I'm not knocking you, but we weren't all raised in New York City on Long Island.
New York City.
No, I understand that. So
I was raised in the country. I was raised, and I was raised in an area where we could do that, and that was just part of. That was just part of what we did. I mean, that's just like y'all getting up and walking down to Central Park is what you do.
What?
We got up and we went hunting.
I understand
I've ever done that.
But I'm saying you're going to another country. You're flying across the world. So I'm asking what the attraction is for you.
There's a lot of excitement there. I mean, it's a challenge.
It's exciting hunting something.
You don't ride around in a truck. You don't ride around in a truck, spot it, get out of the truck, shoot it, and then go stand next to it. I walk miles and miles.
That's what George Zimmerman does.
Yeah. So
they have easier hunting laws in Florida.
I really do believe though that I don't think you're lying. I think you're being honest, but I do think that we all know that there are people in Africa who could take care of a rogue buffalo.
That's true.
And they do say it, again, as Ope said, people can sleep better at night. They don't need Americans going over there taking care of their animal I don't believe that.
Okay, wait a second. Now, what you just said, you're right. There are people in Africa that have guns that can shoot the buffalo. But what you've got to remember is you and I put a value on that animal. We value that animal. The indigenous people over in Africa don't.
Right.
They see that buffalo as he walks through the village, he walks through our garden, he kills his, and we're just going to kill him.
Sure.
And it's the same thing that happened in Kenya. You know, Kenya stopped sport hunting back in the 70s, and what happened? They have the worst poaching problem there is. Kenya's wild game population has dropped 85% in the last 30 years because they stopped sport hunting.
Or because
what happens is the poachers say, there is no value on that animal to me anymore, so... or the villagers do, they'll kill it, the poachers will kill it, and the animals are gone.
They kill it because people, a lot of them are in China, the poachers kill it.
Hard on dust.
They buy, exactly.
They want hard on dust made out of horns.
And people, these fucking pigs, want to use these horns and these tusks to make little trinkets for themselves.
Yeah.
And little shitty things. So
you're right.
That's the mentality. It's the same not valuing...
Remember, a poacher doesn't put any value on the existence of that animal anymore, or its species anymore. They'll kill and kill and kill until the animals are all gone. At least in a sport hunting society, you manage how many animals you
Okay, I get all that. Hold on. All right, I get all that. You gave us a lot of info today. Hold on, I want to ask you a question. As a human being, first of all, what's the biggest thing you killed? What's the biggest animal?
That Cape buffalo.
And you had no guilt whatsoever to see this thing just be dead because of you?
No.
God, it's so weird to me. All right, fair enough.
I mean, I was put on this earth to, you know, I believe, maybe not yours, mine, but I believe our job is to manage those species because they can't manage them.
Manage it? We're destroying species.
They can't manage themselves.
We don't manage animals. We could look at all the animals that are extinct because of human beings. We're not managing anything. We don't give a fuck.
Hey, Opie, you're exactly right. And if sport hunting didn't exist, look at Kenya. If sport hunting doesn't exist, that's exactly what happens to them. They don't have any value anymore, and people kill them off.
It's just weird. I just know I could. All right. Well,
I see his point.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying.
And there is a different thing. Like there's some people that are hunters and can hunt and have a whole philosophy behind it, and others that are repulsed by it. You never the twain shall meet. The truth of the matter is, I don't have any problem with hunting, and even in some instances, big game hunting. I don't know about the parading it around and showing it off kind of a thing. I don't know. I got no problem. I like hunters. It's not for me, but I got no problem with it, especially for food. I mean, really.
All right. Thank you, sir. We're going to Michigan and talking to Dan. What's up, Dan?
Dan the man?
Yeah, Dan the man.
Of course.
Hey, real quick, and I want to make this, be concise here. I'm at an abortion job, and I don't hunt much. But
love abortions.
I just want Jimmy to think about something for a second. How do you care about a lion that's wandering in Africa and saying he's an innocent being and you can't kill it, but you're okay?
He should be fucking telling the truth.
Yeah, exactly. What's he lying for? Go ahead, I'm teasing. Now, I know exactly where you're going, and I'll answer your question. You're saying, how can I be for abortion and be for these lions? And the question is, I'll tell you, it's twofold, the answer. One, I have inconsistencies like every other person. And as I've said before, if you know my position on abortion, I've said that deep down, underneath all of it, I do think that the right to lifers are correct. I think as a species, the right to lifers are probably right. But I want abortion to be legal because I want the convenience of it. So it's a selfish thing. So I'm acknowledging it's a selfish thing. I'm not pretending. Hold on.
You want some lady to have her private chomped on by an elephant because she was a lion.
I'm answering your question.
Oh, there's some humor in there too, sir. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm acknowledging.
There was kind of a joke in there as well, as he was making a pretty strong point.
Exactly. I'm acknowledging your fucking point. I am for it because it's convenient to me. I've said before that if I couldn't get a girl pregnant, I'd probably be very pro-life. But since I can, fuck it, abortions all over. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm acknowledging my selfishness.
Yeah, well, okay. I think you get all worked up so much.
I just acknowledged myself. Like, dude, because I didn't give you the argument point you wanted, I just kind of deflated your argument. Now you're going to try to go left and find another point. I just said it's because I'm selfish.
Okay, but would you accept that answer from the lady that killed the lion?
She wouldn't give that answer.
What? Okay. All right.
That's why I hate her. I hate the lie. I'm doing it because I want to help the indigenous population. Shut up.
Yeah,
no,
I
you
agree,
don't.
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't think it's okay to shoot a lion. I think it's retarded. But I just,
All right.
I've always had this question about things, but yeah, I thought I was going to ask.
You know, I once...
and I'm not for late-term abortions, by the way. I do think there has to be a limit. Yeah, I think the right to the pro-choicers are out of their minds, going way too far.
Yeah.
And the idea of putting any limit on a woman's right. Look, if you're yanking out a fucking kid and you yank out the baby arm and he pokes his head out and goes, "What are you doing?" It's a little too fucking late.
What are you doing?
You know what I mean? I think that they're also out of whack.
Yeah.
I got a hunting story for you. I once shot a bear in my pajamas. And how he got in my pajamas, I have no idea.
I call Bravo Sierra. By the way, I just blocked a real scumbag on Twitter.
Why?
And it feels
They have
so
a right to
good.
Yeah, you got him.
Little
did he
boy
say?
wanted his voice. Who knows? He's just a scumbag. Wanted his
I love
voice
doing
heard.
that.
I like my voice to be
You
heard.
got 2 followers, so no one really listens to you. And now you think I'm going to retweet you so you get an audience? Bye-bye.
I want you to know how. Let me say this. I have never complained that someone has blocked me because I've never known if they did.
Yes, true.
Not once in my Twitter career, however long that's been, have I known if I've been blocked.
That's a great point. I don't give a fuck if people block
You
me.
care less?
I don't really care.
I don't care.
I can't think of one instance where I was like, holy shit, how dare you block me?
Never. Because I only follow people who I want to hear from.
Right.
Oh,
That's it.
boy.
So it's
Supposedly she hired someone to bring the lion to her.
Well, whatever it is.
Your story on
complete
Facebook.
cunt.
People are a little confused. If you could hunt, all right. I don't know. I got my opinion on you.
They said that
on it. It's rough. It's rough for me to see that shit. That's all.
She hires someone to bring the lion to her. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know.
We're not managing animals as a species.
It's just delusional.
We're shitty toward animals. We all know that.
Yeah.
There's a very, very, very small percentage of people out there, fighting the fight to actually, preserve species and stuff and manage them. But the rest of us, we don't give a fuck.
I think when you get to the point where you're doling out, like here in the United States, you're doling out hunting license and fishing license and stuff, and there are criteria to it and seasons and whatnot, and you have to be licensed to get your tags and stuff. I do think that they can take into consideration the population of the animals, where they are, whether there's too many of them, not enough of them, and deal out tags accordingly. And I think that does help the animals. Now, in a world where we're walking around and living in caves and swinging clubs, I don't think it was needed. In this world that we live in, where men are taking over land and building houses and buildings and hunting, then I do think there needs to be some type of arrangement with Mother Nature, where we do help out the animals and the environment through hunting. I do believe that. I honestly do.
I just can't be one of those people. Like I had a beach house this summer, and even fishing. Like I didn't fish because I don't want to fucking yank the goddamn hook out of its mouth.
I feel the same way.
I saw some horrific things this summer because the person or people in this case were shitty fishermen.
Yeah.
At times that hook gets deep down there, and it's brutal what you got to do to get your hook free.
Oh yeah.
And I just imagine myself. I'm like, that's why I'm not fishing. I don't want to be in that position.
You know me. I love
I'm a fucking
guns.
pussy when it comes to that shit.
I love my guns. I don't like hunting.
Right.
I'm not a hunter. I'm a shooter. I like shooting. I like shooting at targets. I like the idea of having a gun for personal protection, things like that. But I don't like the idea of going out and killing an animal, it makes me feel bad. I wouldn't do that.
But I did see some of the fishermen. They have the cigarette hanging out of their mouth, and they just fucking yank without even a regard.
Oh, like Al Qaeda, they're slapping heads off. They don't care.
And that's why I asked the other guy, because I can't imagine that. That's all.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine doing that. I would feel horrendous if I saw a massive, beautiful animal alive and then all of a sudden dead because of me. I'd feel like shit. That's
I would
all.
too. Yeah, but I also don't have a problem with hunters.
People that could do that.
I don't have any problem with hunting. Sometimes I'm very I'm amazed by some of the skill it takes, especially a bow hunter, things like that. It's kind of amazing, but it's not my cup of tea, as they say.
You want the African viewpoint?
Sure.
You guys don't know how to fend for yourselves. At least they do.
All right.
In Africa?
I guess.
Yeah, I'm not saying they don't. I'm not the one saying I need to go over to Africa and control everything.
Let's go to Jamie in Pennsylvania. Jamie.
My point is that as far as Jimmy wanted to know what would make somebody want to go over there and kill one, and what would make them want us to go there, it's just money.
Yes.
I mean, these little villages, they don't have a mini mart to sell Slurpees out of or a radio station to work at. There's no jobs. So if they want, if one of us wants to go over there.
Yeah, they're obviously taking the money.
Take our money.
Yeah, it's either that or you're paddling out to a fucking a cargo ship to pirate it.
What's that?
Ship.
No,
ship.
I understand, dude. I understand that, and I know it's about the money for the Africans. So I'm not. I get that part of it. The part that I don't like is the lie about the motive. Well, I'm trying to put money back, and I'm help. It's like stop bullshitting yourself.
You know what it is? It's just as simple as if you're used to white girls and you want to whack off on a Chinese girl's tits, you have to find a Chinese girl. Well,
Yeah, but you don't fucking pay someone to hold her down while you kill her.
I know. I'm with you.
I've tried, believe me.
I think there's some justification going on. That's all.
Yeah.
It's all.
Yes.
I mean, I would like for the hunters to call up and go, look, I want to kill a fucking lion, and I don't give a fuck what they do with the animal after I'm done.
There are people.
Because there's
absolutely.
There's a nice percentage of people that's absolutely what they think.
Mm-hmm.
To justify and go, well, I do it because the money's going toward the. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
But I was always taught you don't shoot it unless you're going to eat it. My grandfather, if he pulled it out of the water with a hook, he ate it.
Say about cum.
He ate it.
Unless you're going to eat it.
What if it's an ugly sea robin? Your grandpa's eating the sea robin? I don't think so.
I see robin.
He ate it. And what he used to say is it was all fucking Walt Disney's fault. He said back in the old days, everybody looked at animals as food. And as soon as Walt Disney turned them into cartoons, everybody thought they were cute.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, he's right. Walt Disney was
goddamn Walt Disney.
delightful, man.
But his most popular character, we still fucking snap in half in traps. So
That is
I don't
true.
think that makes a big difference.
And then
Mickey Rat.
Thank you.
Hold on. Touche.
Shay.
And then Dennis Leary has that brilliant bit about how we only save the cute animals.
Yes.
I'm not really sure where he got that bit from, but it is a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
But it's terrific. Do we have that to go to break? Maybe we wrap up this nice segment with that, Iraq. What do you say? Huh?
I'm gonna look for it.
Before you find it, Leary did a bit fucking. It was on the animal thing. It was fucking. It wasn't about killing cute animals. It was about like the Netflix revolution and how like comedy specials will just show up on it.
Yeah.
Really?
I heard about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
I just wanted to say that my friend Jim Norton is going to be on Netflix starting tonight. American Degenerate.
That sounds like it's a good special.
You can go to JimNorton.com.
Plugging like Todd Pettengill. Desperate am I.
American
If you like
Degenerate
me,
is now
find
available
me.
on Netflix. Jim Norton's latest fucking comedy special. Go get it.
Just trying to find fun ways to plug. I should be decapitated.
And some asshole lied to me. They said Dennis Leary's documentary on Detroit and their fire departments was available on Netflix finally. I didn't see it. What's it called? Isn't it called Burn?
Burn.
I didn't see it. How the fuck do I see that documentary?
Is it on?
Huh? Is it in theaters?
Is it on iTunes or something?
I didn't see it, man.
No.
If someone knows where the fuck it is for real, please let me know.
This is special that made him a big star. I mean, it was. I think this.
Well, yeah. Has he got the cute animals thing? E-Rock, you don't have it.
What is this about?
It's off no cure.
Oh, yeah?
For cancer. Hell yeah, it is. You got it?
Yeah.
How long is the whole clip?
Well, it's not all about, most of it's about smoking.
Yeah, how long is it?
10 minutes.
Perfect.
E-Rock.
You want to hear the smoking part too?
His smoking material's terrific.
You like it?
Yeah. Watch.
E-Rock, did you think you skated with all the talk we've had? Were you sitting there like, oh, God.
I had a few Water Buffalo
Jesus.
jokes myself.
Yeah.
I was holding back.
We were being very nice.
Hey, this is Eric Chubsy Umsy. I'm calling because I stepped on something and broke the whole floor.
Can we make E-Rock balloon? Dude,
But there's not enough air in the world to make a balloon of that piece of fucking garbage.
You guys did a bit on big game hunting?
Yeah.
Before
Yeah, like
that-
Monopoly.
Oh, Jesus Christ, with the voice.
So annoying, Bobo call. You're my weapon.
Before that, earlier today,
Nothing. Yeah.
you did a break on killer whales.
Well,
wow.
Nothing for the big guy.
Well,
in
we
there.
still feel a little guilty about the phone thing.
Yeah.
We?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all had a part in that.
Yeah, but do we all feel guilty?
I do. For real?
I didn't really.
You're good with it?
I felt nothing.
No.
Jesus. When are you going to feel something?
Stop with the
know.
voice.
Let us know when you do.
I love my cat.
You look in there and you see him swimming around like an orca over there with no water. Hey, look.
God,
He's like a big orca.
in the tank with no water. Oh, shit.
You want the,
What?
you want the Dennis Leary thing?
Well, only if we can play the smoking stuff, too, because the smoking stuff really is terrific.
There's no reason to play 10 minutes.
I
of
don't
Dennis
like
Leary.
fucking editing comedians' shit. The whole piece is 10 minutes. Plus the fact Bloomberg raised the price of cigarettes, the age of.
Oh, so it's
And the price.
topical?
Now it's topical, see? Now you got to be 21 in New York to buy cigarettes. Perfect. Now we can do a smoking bit.
Uh-huh.
Is that where he picks up on the cute animals?
Yes.
All right, we'll do that. I was just fucking around. We'll continue.
The Openy and Anthony Show is back. Go on, sit down. The celebrities are ready to entertain you some more.
Yes. The celebrities are ready to entertain you. Hey, that giant 747 cargo plane that landed at the wrong airport in Wichita, Kansas.
Right.
Apparently, it made a mistake. It landed at an airport that's much too small for it to take off from.
Sure.
They're going to try to take off at 1 o'clock.
Wow.
So that's going to be fun to watch.
The big plane?
I bet they're throwing everything the fuck out of that plane.
But that means they feel pretty confident they can get that off the ground.
I would assume.
Okay.
They probably do. I don't think
They
they're gonna...
crunched the numbers.
They crunched some numbers.
They crunched some numbers and said, you know what, we got this.
I bet here's what
We
they
got
do.
this.
I bet you here's what they do.
Yeah.
They only fuel it to land at a very nearby airport to get the rest of the fuel. That way, it's a lot lighter,
right?
Fuel-wise.
And
nothing in
and
there.
they might be able to survive if there's a bit of an
if
issue.
there's an issue. If they maybe go off the end of the runway.
Who's not watching that at 1 o'clock?
That does sound kind of fun.
I hope they got cameras on that.
Yeah, there's cameras on it right now, so I'm sure they're not going
good.
anywhere.
Good.
And then they got to just get every bit of cargo out of that fucking thing. They'll probably truck it from where it is to the airport that they're going to land
Fuck
at.
that. They'll probably take everything they can out of it.
Yeah.
Let's
Seats,
remove-
they're just throwing
right,
seats out.
the bathroom.
Like an old World War II thing. As it's rolling down the runway, they're still throwing shit out.
All the sodas.
Bowling balls and anvils for some reason are on the plane. Yeah, so that sounds kind of exciting.
Who announced Wi-Fi for the complete flight this morning? Southwest, was it?
I wasn't United. That hunk of shit.
No, because
airline.
they supposedly I didn't understand this. Someone that certainly knows more about this than me.
Southwest
could help.
has the little domes on
But
all
they
their
have their
planes.
own shit, supposedly, that's slightly different than the regular Wi-Fi, and that's why they could do it, and it's going to take the other airlines a few years to catch up, and that's why
Yeah.
they're not officially offering it yet. Does anyone know about this?
Is it a technology issue?
That's what I'm saying. Their technology is their Wi-Fi is a little different, so they could offer gate-to-gate Wi-Fi. But that's as far I could go with this.
Well, they probably have to.
IT guy.
I would assume you got to have some fucking Wi-Fi transmitters at the airports and stuff, or is it all satellite?
I was under the impression, but it was very early, and I was only up a mere minutes when I was starting to listen to the news, that it was a slightly different type of Wi-Fi.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, it's pretty good. It is nice to have Wi-Fi up there, huh?
I am.
Am I right or am I wrong?
I'd never turn my fucking phone off.
Yeah, I say, why not Fi?
Why?
That's a good one,
know
too.
why that was all? Know why I knew that was all bullshit? Because they had to trust you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I knew it was like the odds of something happening because you keep your phone on are so slim, or they would have to take your phone.
They would take your phone.
They would have to. If there was a real situation that could happen, they would just collect all your shit before and then give it back to you when you land.
It was never proven that there was any problem with the instruments that they used to take off and land.
Right.
Their navigation equipment. And then Mythbusters did a demonstration on how their phones don't interfere with any of the instruments on a plane.
Right.
And they always go to the extreme of it, so they tried it with the phones and everything, and when that did nothing, they took the signals from the phones and amplified the living shit out of them to the point that no phone or a plane full of phones on the same frequency would never do that, and it still didn't do anything. So
I flew recently for my little trip to Rochester/Buffalo.
And your arms were killing you?
They were killing me.
Funny
and they
one.
fucking took my toothpaste. I made a rookie mistake.
Oh, man.
Put in your hiney?
Put in my hiney. Fucking rookie mistake. All of a sudden, it's going through the scanners, whatever.
Sir, can we look in here?
And I saw the lady's face. I'm like, oh, fuck, what's in my thing? And it was the stupid toothpaste they had to take out.
Cocaine, yeah.
But they left my razors in there.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's so stupid? You can make a makeshift weapon with your dumb razors.
More
if you
so
had
than
to.
you could toothpaste.
Right.
I think they think you're like James Bond. You got some C4 in that fucking toothpaste
God,
tube.
Please.
Squeezing it out on
I think we could figure out if
door.
there's C4 in my toothpaste.
Yeah, probably. I think you could just look at you and know you're probably not fucking
Absolutely. No, I'm against that.
Yeah? Are you against
because
it
I
now?
think the next terrorist is going to be somebody you didn't expect.
Chechenian, maybe, yeah.
That's why, no, fuck.
Yeah.
I want profiling to go on, but I also want everyone fucking checked. Why assume the grandma, isn't part of some shit that she didn't even know about?
Well, you're playing the odds.
Oh,
but
by the way,
that's true.
good point. I've noticed that there's a thing in the airport now where they say if you're over 75 or under 12, you don't have to take your shoes off.
Oh, boy.
And I have not heard one person complain about profiling. I have not heard one person complain about age discrimination.
You're profiling that old people probably wouldn't be.
Okay, then, all right. So now I'm a terrorist, and I know this.
Oh, don't say that, Ope.
Shit.
Oh, really?
No
You know
fly
what?
list
Holy
right
fuck,
there.
You're so right. But all right, I'm one of those people, and I know this is the new rule. Why wouldn't you try to get something done with some old broad somewhere?
Of course.
Yeah, you will.
Absolutely.
You're in the airport. You're like, hey, I got your new shoes, you old bat.
Oh my God.
Right?
Exactly.
It's interesting to me how they don't complain. Not one old person has said, why are you treating me differently because I'm old?
Yeah.
Not one. That's where if anyone complains about the fraud, and I have people go, well, that's the difference is they're assuming you're innocent, not guilty, and that's the country's based on. But when it's a safety issue, just don't complain about profiling. People don't like a fucking negative profile.
It's reverse profiling, really.
Yeah.
But in saying that kids and older people aren't terrorists, you're profiling everyone else and saying that there's a potential that they could be. And that's profiling.
If I was TSA, I would be patting every fucking hot chick's hiney.
Would you?
Yeah.
I'm sure I thought of it.
Of course.
Nice.
Yeah, right. It's random. Know when it's not random anymore? When that fucking hot ass comes through, you're like, okay, time to pat again.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you take advantage of your little power you got at the airport?
Mm-hmm. Damn.
But they got my fucking toothpaste. I was mad. And then I'm sitting there going, okay, I got to carry on with my toiletry bag, and there's fucking razors in there. Go in the bathroom, you fucking pop off the top, and you can make a little something if you had to.
Yeah.
I hope you said that to them.
Yeah. A little delay getting where you want to go. A little search-a-rooney up your old poop chute.
If you're lucky. No, leave the rings on. It's fine.
Yeah, that's
the whole thing is stupid.
It's so
my point, I guess.
It does seem a little random, and
because if you really want to try to figure something out, you could figure stuff out while you're on the plane.
Yeah, and I don't think it's so much that they know they're going to catch anybody. I think it's the thought that if it's random enough and weird enough,
It'll deter.
Right. It'll deter, yeah, because you'll never know when you're going to be checked.
Seems to be working.
Yeah, that airplane thing that's the biggie of terrorism. Always has been.
Oh, they want to go back to that.
Yeah, and there's so many things in place, and now you have just a flying public that is aware and ready for action. I don't think as much as they used to be.
Right.
But
what do you know on the Southwest Airlines Wi-Fi? Is it a little different than regular Wi-Fi?
I don't know technically.
I'm trying to figure out how tired I was this morning when I heard this story.
You might have been a little sleepy.
Yeah, I felt like it was some kind of voodoo Wi-Fi.
Oh.
It was a little voodoo.
Magic?
Involved. Yes.
I think it's got to be satellite-based. Because it kind of...
the other airlines don't have their satellites set for Wi-Fi?
Well, they don't. I guess not. And they also don't have gate-to-gate. This is the big thing is that you'll be able to use anything that's a tablet or smaller while the plane's taking off.
This is Americans. They use what's it? In-flight go-go. It's fucking horrendous.
Terrible.
Their connection.
Really?
It's horrendous.
Oh,
Maybe it's
Trav
just old
Teft with a
planes or
little
something.
news
Trav
for
talk?
us.
Yeah. Yes, it's satellite-based.
Satellite-based, and the other airlines don't have that, huh?
No, they use, I think it's called GoGo.
Yeah, go-go.
Yeah, that's what Jimmy was just saying as you were walking.
You will see I'm walking down
Yeah,
the
why don't you
Oh,
go
my God, you should be-
outside, motherfucker?
Oh, shit.
And what
Should
is
be
that? On
constantly
some type of
wired.
radio frequency or something?
It's only activated when you're in the sky.
Yeah.
But why?
I don't know. That's just
It's
the way it
terrible.
is. Probably because the FAA rules that you couldn't have.
Oh, look at the FAG telling us about the FAA.
Exactly. Wait.
Jesus.
Hold on.
You don't have to
Oh.
clap.
Love that.
Wait, no, he's calling you a fag
Yeah, no, I
Very
got that,
good,
Chip.
Chippa.
Yeah, that was good.
instead of a fa.
I would think they'd all
sure-
be satellite-based.
I know.
I think because of the regulations that just got lifted, they weren't like that. But now that they are lifted, I'm sure this is going to be everywhere.
Because United doesn't have it on cross-country flights. American does the best they can, but it's not that good. It's just
Fly
terrible.
United, then decide. That was their old.
United hooked my shit
jingle.
up, so I have nothing bad to say about them, man.
Yeah, you'll find a good one every once in a while. I'm sure even
They
certain
were
Nazis would
fucking
bring extra food
great.
for the fucking prisoners.
This guy fucking hooked me up without making me pay extra.
Nice.
I wanted to throw a little something, but I was down to $6.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I was so bummed.
$6.
I thought when you said I wanted to throw him a little something extra, you were going to say, but he wouldn't accept it.
Right.
I looked at my
But I
wallet
didn't.
because this guy went way out of his way, which is so rare, as we all know. Because the story goes, I was going to eat my Delta ticket and get a new ticket with United, which they hiked the rates because of all that wind and tornado shit. Because flights were being canceled all over, so they had the upper hand. So they wanted to charge me $660, and the guy goes, "You should have just been transferred to our airline." I go, "Well, I wasn't," and he goes, "Well, let me see what I could do." And then he went out of his way and made calls, and that got it done.
Did you give him the 6?
No, because I thought that would be embarrassing.
At least it's something. That's
Better than nothing.
I know, and then I just had to give him a really, really great thank you. I figured that would help. Like just an over the top, like, oh my God, thank you
Was he
so
looking
much.
was he looking?
He,
They wouldn't have accepted it. All the cameras in airports, he would never have taken it.
I think
Never.
he was making up for his speech impediment. To be honest with you, if you really want to break it down,
Break it down.
he was a stutterer.
Was he?
I was trying to make believe I didn't notice though.
It's like, I don't have time. I'm trying to catch a flight. Spit it out, you little fucking freak.
I was making believe I didn't know.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was just totally focused on his eyes. Making
I
believe.
know.
I hadn't.
It's so hard to make believe.
Oh my God, I was making believe. I think he
So
felt like
hard.
I was like his hero because I didn't have one reaction to that.
Well, we got to. I could get you with. Oh God!
Just trying to keep eye contact way longer than the sentence should be going for.
Yeah. You
And
don't
then I
know what
looked-
to say. You're panicking in your head.
Then I looked around for an ATM machine. I couldn't find one. And this plane was boarding. I mean, I needed an ATM machine within 100 feet of the favorite guy.
Still, the 6 would have gotten him a Cinnabon.
I was embarrassed because I thought I at least had maybe a 20 in there.
He loses.
I was going to give him 100.
He probably would not have taken it.
Hell's that about?
I would have just left it on the counter.
Oh, God, I dropped my phone again, clumsy fucking fag.
Jesus.
I know, I dropped it twice.
It's not Travis's fault.
I'm not talking to Travis. I'm talking to me. That's the same thing I say in the mirror when I'm brushing my teeth.
What? With a man's dick.
This guy's going to explain the Wi-Fi
Always
thing.
never ends.
Wait till you hear this one. Go ahead, Chris, in L.A. or Louisiana.
No, it's Los Angeles. So I've got a friend who's a pilot who said that part of the reason that they want you to power down devices in the beginning and end of each flight, it's not because of the interference, because they want you to be paying attention.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly.
The likelihood.
Why would you want to pay attention if you're going to die in a fiery fucking plane crash? Wouldn't you want to be very distracted?
Rather catch that last tweet.
Because that's what, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen on takeoff or landing,
Yep.
and they want you to be alert so
And
you're
ready.
able to evacuate properly and all that.
Yeah, and follow instructions. But as far as paying attention is concerned, this one guy goes, "You're so poor you can't pay attention." I was fucking rolling.
Oh.
All right, thank you, sir. I don't believe that though. You don't need to pay attention because there's nothing you can do to save your ass if you're in that situation.
Although most plane crashes are survivable unless they plummet, like people survive most of them, so maybe they wanted you to get in a position. Who the fuck knows? It's just more nonsense.
If you noticed, more people are surviving plane crashes these days. There's a lot fewer plane crashes than there used to be, and more people are
Shit, that
surviving.
means we got one right around the corner.
The
now.
ones
Thank
that,
you, Jinxer.
yeah, oh boy, that
Way to
take
go.
place. That take place during takeoff and landing. Mostly landing. It seems like you're getting a lot more people surviving. They've expended a lot of the fuel, and the speeds are a little slower than takeoff, and you're going toward the ground slowly instead of up, where something can happen and then you fucking fall out of the sky.
Right.
But it's. I think a lot of safety things have been put in place over the years. Kind of works. And every crash, they fucking watch those horrible plane crash shows on TV. Man, they pick
I
apart.
hope you're starring one.
Says the guy who's going to go flying.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
flying
Oh,
soon.
Jesus,
I'm
Jimmy.
flying for tomorrow.
Huh? Tomorrow you fly?
No,
Oh,
Next week.
so you would go. Oh, it's next week.
next week.
Okay. Sorry. I hope everything goes fine.
Beat you swimmingly.
No metal fatigue on your plane.
I hope not. Who gets sick of that?
Because it's heavy metal. It's like metal. Yeah.
Your new Pecker song.
Yeah, of course. Another Pecker song.
It
Great.
will catch on.
Right.
And we got the last guy was full of shit phone calls.
Oh,
Oh, good.
great.
You want to take one?
Of course.
All right, Steve in Texas. Steve. All right.
Yes.
All right. Let's go to Chris in North Carolina.
Hey. They all want to
They all want to do the bit.
do the bit instead of just doing the bit.
No, you just do the bit.
Just call and
Right.
just say it normally.
We
that the
do that
guy's full of
part.
Shit. Yeah.
We do that part based on what you guys do.
Right. You just have to do it.
You do the part where you correct the other guy.
That guy was full of shit. Yeah, that last guy called up, he was full of shit. You don't have to go, we go,
The one thing I worry about when the plane is landing is spinny wheel, I call it.
Spinny wheel.
That's it. Yeah. When it touches down and the wheel catches, and then and I think that it might go spin to the side, and then of course all hell would have to break loose at that point because now it's not rolling nice.
Oh, like a shopping cart with a bad wheel?
Yes.
You think it's going to pull
That's
that?
what I've been obsessed with lately.
Oh,
when I
man.
land, spinny wheel, I call it.
Huh.
How do they prevent spinny wheel?
Well, the
It
wheel
locks in, right?
No, the front wheel is going to face the same direction
Always?
as the rudder.
Okay, good.
So he controls that
All right, what if he's not paying attention on the rudder?
with the.
Then you could get spinny wheel, right?
But that's what you got to do. And now that's in an old plane. Now they have a little hand wheel next to the seat that actually steers the plane. It controls the front steering. And you know if it's pointing straight ahead or just like you would with the steering wheel in your car.
What if you have a situation where he realizes he didn't straighten that shit out?
I do believe
We have to trust a guy to straighten out that wheel before we land?
No, I believe right when the landing gear comes
Goes down,
down,
it's
the
straight.
nose gear is already
Okay. All right, good.
straight.
All right.
And then he adjusts accordingly after he touches down.
Okay.
But it's all rudder until he hits the ground anyway.
All right, so I don't have to worry about spinny wheel?
No, I think you're okay with spinny wheel.
Oh, phew.
Spinny wheel. Although they had that JetBlue flight that came in with the wheel
Sideways.
completely 90 degrees.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
To the plane, and it landed great. It just it wore it down halfway
Like
through
an
the
eraser.
rim, but it was right on the center
And
line.
they had no idea if that was going to work.
Amazing.
Remember that one?
I think more dangerous than that would be if it was not 90 degrees, if it was at a 45-degree angle, because then you're touching down, and now it's going to turn the plane
Gotcha.
off to the side.
Holy
I don't know
fuck.
what they do about that, because they couldn't bring it back in to just do a gearless landing.
I was on a plane that did a loop-de-loop one time.
Yeah?
Took off, did a bunch of loop-de-loops.
Loop-de-loops.
He's such an idiot.
You are an
spilling their
ass.
coffee.
Oh, God.
Everyone was screaming, but I was laughing.
Were you laughing?
Fuck yeah.
Crazy.
Sometimes you do just resign yourself to death in a plane. A lot of turbulence or something like that. You're just like, whatevs. You
way
do. You
I am.
kind of go, whatevs.
Everyone says that.
Yeah.
You give up quick.
I do.
I've never been like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna die.
Isn't that filter song? Isn't that what that's about?
Which one? Airplane?
Yeah. I think he's talking about the fact that when you're in that plane, you're just fucking, you're like, you might as well be a baby. You're in their hands. There's nothing else you can do.
Let's read the
So you
lyrics.
might as well just fucking be along for the ride.
I love that fucking song.
I don't know.
Do you like that song?
Wake on my airplane. Wake on my airplane.
I don't know it.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Take a Picture is a great filter song. Let's end with it today.
Does the plane
Fuck
song,
it.
how's it go?
What's the-
Vroom down the runway.
And this makes sense, Sam, because we talked about airplanes. This is a perfect way to end the show today.
I guess.
What's the part about taking the picture? Could you take my picture because I won't remember? Could you take my picture because I won't remember? Could you take my picture because I won't remember? Could you take my picture because I won't remember?
It seems like it's about getting high.
Yeah, well, of course, it's him.
Who's taking the picture? Oh, here's Ed's part. I feel like newborn, and I feel like a newborn. What are you doing?
Up here is where it starts with the airplane.
No, I want the newborn part.
Yeah.
Stop.
Newborn.
I feel like a
Me too.
newborn, and I feel like a newborn. Wake on my airplane, awake on my airplane. I feel so real. God, lyrics are so easy to write.
Oh, you just don't
how
have
you
to make
s-
sense.
It's just how you sing them, I guess.
Yes, and you don't have to make any sense.
I didn't realize how monotonous it reads.
Look, I'm not the one for translating what fucking writers have. It just popped in my head.
Right.
You know.
I think he's just talking about getting
Which
high.
is an aneurysm.
Jesus Christ.
Let me see the first verse there.
Oh, my God. We are so cruel.
Awake on my airplane, awake on my airplane. My skin is bare, my skin is theirs. Awake on my airplane, awake on my airplane. My skin is bare, my skin is theirs.
Yeah.
That's all he wrote?
I know. It just seems
the
like
fuck?
he's awake. He's
Yeah.
on an airplane.
But then they sing it, and it sounds brilliant.
His skin is theirs. It's he's got no control anymore.
Now, let's get the plugs in because we're playing this for real.
Oh, yeah.
The Openy Anthony podcast is out. It's the best of Mike Tyson. Please go get it. There's links on our Facebook page. Hopefully, it's on iTunes. You just put Openy and Anthony in a pod fucking app search, and you'll find it. All right, subscribe.
Yes.
We're trying to figure out if it's a good business model for the future.
The future.
The Patrice O'Neill one did very well, and people are mad that certain bits weren't on there. Don't worry. There's going to be many volumes of Patrice O'Neill on our podcast in coming months. And then Jimmy's got the American Degenerate now available on Netflix.
Yes, as of today.
And
Tickets on sale for the Borgata starting tomorrow, February 14th. That weekend, I'm doing myself Valentine's weekend, and I'll be in Clinton, New Jersey tomorrow and Saturday at this Garden State Comedy Club. The material is working out very fucking well. Albany is great, so I'm happy. It's pretty much a new hour.
Nice.
And it's still in the works, but it's getting there
Yes.
quickly. Yeah, it's much better than I thought it was. So
Good man.
yeah, go to jimnorton.com. I finally have my website up and running, and dates are available there. So
Very good.
Yes.
Go.
All right.
And it? Wow.
Yeah.
Here's Filter. We'll see you guys tomorrow.